Welcome to Coach McNally Stadium for tonight's edition of RCTV covering football. It's your Spring-Ford Rams going against the Pope John Paul Golden Panthers. I'm Ray Dunn, joined by Mr. Pence, and we have quite the matchup here, but it's senior night. Tell me a little bit about what is going on here tonight there.
Well, seniors, all of them came out. They came out with their parents. Coach Brubaker greeted them at midfield. And it's a special night. You know, we were just talking at pregame here before we started how a lot of these kids started their career, midget football, right behind the 7th grade center. And now, tonight, could be, the reality is, it could be their last time on this football field and even putting on their pads for their entire career.
And they really want to bounce back after last week's game against O.J. Roberts. Be nice to do it on their senior night. They lost 33-0. What can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, wasn't good. I mean, Coach Brubaker is pretty disappointed, and there's nothing you can do. You got to put it behind you. All lights are on this game now, and they got to focus on what they have to accomplish tonight. And hopefully, as we were talking, we know they still have the slight chance to make the district playoffs with a win tonight.
And to get that win, what do you think the keys to the game are for Coach Brubaker's squad?
Yeah, the keys of the game started right after that game with O&J Roberts ended. It starts with their preparation, the ability to be able to put it behind them, focus on the job at hand, what they need to do as an individual, and then play for their teammates. The seniors tonight need to come up and play well. We talk about TJ Pergine playing his last game of quarterback. He needs to be the leader out there in the football field, and that's where it starts, their preparation this week.
All right, thank you. We'll be back right after this to bring you the Rams and Golden Panthers here at Coach McNally Stadium on RCTV. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coach McNally Stadium for the Battle of Warriors for tonight. We have the Pope John Paul II Golden Panthers visiting the Spring-Ford Rams on the Spring-Ford Rams senior night. You got that all in the pregame. Spring-Ford with honorary captain Bill Berge out there. And we are ready for some football here and what could be the final game of the 2017 season for the Rams. What are we prepared to see out there, Mr. Pence?
Well, you want to see them coming out strong. They got to start strong. Obviously that 33-0 setback against O&J Roberts is going to be fresh in their minds. And I think the key to the game is to start off strong. Be positive. Try to eliminate a lot of the penalties and the flags that they had moving forward.
Take a quick moment for the national anthem. All right, and we are ready for football here in Royersford. Now a little bit of matchup history between the Rams and Golden Panthers. Springford is 6-0 all time against Pope John Paul II. School opening up for business. Their football team 2010. Same year head coach Chad Rubik got here for the Rams. Only time they haven't played him during his tenure is last year, of course, with the division realignment. Not seeing them anymore. But regardless, they try and improve to 7-0 against them. And today, they try and get a win big enough to catapult them into districts, currently sitting in 17th place in a 16-team bracket. The last time they missed districts was 2014.
Yeah, so they need some help. They need to win the game tonight, number one. If they lose, definitely season over. And they need some help from various teams throughout the district. They're going to be scoreboard watching. But the thing is, what we were saying right before the national anthem started, they need to take care of business. A little bit of a sloppy game against O&J. A lot of penalties called both ways. Some real costly penalties on fourth downs that kept some drives alive for O&J Roberts. But here they just need to focus on their game, play some disciplined football.
Justin DiFrancesco to return the kick. He's had a big year for the Rams as this one is off, and we're underway here at Warriors First. This one goes off his leg. He picks it back up. He's got some blockers, a little bit of room, not much, and he'll get down about the 24-yard line. The Rams will now open up on offense, led by quarterback T.J. Pergine, who now stands just 2 touchdown passes away from tying second all-time Lance Viola, class of 1973.
A little bit before your time, Ray.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, there's some milestones to be set tonight. You know, we'll talk about it as the game progresses. But like we said, it's important for them to start off hot. And Justin on that kickoff bobble, he didn't panic. He didn't hit the panic button, was able to corral it and bring it up for a little bit of a nice return after what could have been a real disastrous start.
And starts, as always, with Pergine in the gun. Little pistol set here, giving it to DiFrancesco, and he's going to go nowhere.
Yeah,
No gain.
Yeah, you could see the linebacker for PJP sneaking up before the snap, and he was there to be able to fill that hole. And no running lanes whatsoever for DiFrancesco.
Now they will bring James Albert into the backfield. Sometimes use him as a fullback. Scored a touchdown way back in week 2 against Chester. Power touchdown from the 1-yard line. This one handed off to DiFrancesco. He's got a hole. He's out to the left side, and he's going to cross the first down marker over to the 36-yard line, and the Rams get the first down they so desired.
Yeah, it was a nice play there by the Rams. Like we said, keep the chains moving forward, keep getting positive plays, and bear with Ray and I tonight. We're taking a look up here in the press box, and it's real tough to see PJP's numbers as they're a yellow color on a white jersey, and it makes it real difficult for us to be able to pick out some players this evening.
Almost as bad as the white on gold that some of the Springford teams go with, is this one given to James Albert. He's going backwards. They're going to stop him for the 3 or 4 yard loss, trying to get a little trickery in there, fake the handoff to DiFrancesco and give it to Albert. Pope John Paul not buying it at all.
No, not at all. They were able to get some penetration into the backfield, and there was really no running room whatsoever. As we could take a look at our replay, and you can see number 65 for PJP was able to scoot in there, and Francis was able to make a tackle for a loss on the play.
Pergine going to get his first passing attempt. He fakes the handoff, throws it across the middle. That is number 6, Simeon Little. Switched his number last week. I believe that's him going over the middle and make that catch.
That was a nice play there, being able to find the underneath receiver. Real good gain there on 2nd and long, and able to move the chains again.
Mr. Miscavige. I think it's Simeon. I think Simeon Little changed his number. Who is it? 6. And Pergine back in the gun. Going to take this one and hand it off DiFrancesco. DiFrancesco trips a little bit. That doesn't really stop him. He's able to get up to about the 45-yard line, a gain of 4.
Yeah, nice positive play here on first down. You can see the little penetration right at the line of scrimmage. Somebody hit his leg. Great job by DiFrancesco to be able to keep his balance. Actually, might have tripped over his own player there on his fullback's leg, able to gain his composure, his balance, and a nice substantial gain on first down.
Pergine in the gun again. Pistol back to DiFrancesco. If it's working, why stop? And he's going to try and wiggle his way up near the first down marker. Falls about 3 yards short at the 42-yard line. As they continue to move further down into PJP territory.
That bring up about a 2nd and 3. And Springford likes to, we know the up-tempo offense, and you can see they kind of, as a repeat play, it was successful on 1st down. Coach Brubaker went right back to it on 2nd down.
And they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to fire over the middle, trying to find Little, but we got a flag. PJP might have got to him just a bit early on that one.
Yeah, the most important thing there, whether he got there early or not, the most important thing, it'll keep this drive moving. It'll be an automatic 1st down for Springford.
Umpires giving pass interference to the defense. And now that will move the Rams across the 1st down marker for a 1st down.
Well, this is the outcome that Springford was looking for. We talked, what's the best thing to erase that game from last week is come out here, firing on all cylinders, and move the football. Avoid any type of 3 and outs, avoid any type of negative plays, and just get nothing but positive yards.
Also got a nice student section out here tonight. Get them into it, get them rowdy. Last week, very rough to watch for the student section. Very small student section by the end of the night. As Pergine hands this one off to DeFrancesco, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This time he couldn't overcome a little miscommunication in the backfield between he and Pergine, and he goes back 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 14.
And you can see there's pressure right up the middle of the field, exactly where you don't run it on a running play. Good job here by PJP linebacker, splitting in between the guard and the tackle, and came in untouched. And DeFrancesco really didn't have any chance to bounce that one outside. And just right on cue, just like we're saying, no negative plays so far. And next play after that, there's a loss of about 3.5, 4 yards.
Justin Metalla coming for PJP to make that tackle. As Pergine will take it back in the gun again. He's looking, he's firing. That one is far left to his receiver, drops on the ground. Intended receiver Colby Goldsmith falls incomplete. Look at this one more time.
That'll bring up 3rd and long now. Now you're backed up a little bit, and you can see this pass is just a little bit off the mark. He had his target, little back shoulder fade there, and they were unfortunately not able to connect.
Right, now, this is really when you find out what a team wants to do. You're in that gray area for high school football where field goal might not be an option. So at least try and get some more yards on this one. As Pergine back looking, they're going to fake the screen one way, go back the other way to DeFrancesco. DeFrancesco's got an opening. He's broken away, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
What a play call. Perfect play call on that. Had blocker out in front of him. DeFrancesco saw that seam and was able to show that speed that he possesses, and Springford on the board early with their first drive of the game.
Now we will have the kicking unit come out to try and finish this one up. Taylor Smith has returned. Injury previously. Taylor Smith needed 3 extra points coming into tonight for the most consecutive extra points in Springford history. That'd be 32. So here's a chance to get his first one going here. Snap coming from Giangiulio, the hold from Mitchell Vagnosi. And back from injury, just as good as what he left. Taylor Smith knocks that one through, and we have a 7-0 lead for the Rams.
And here you can see the play call. You see DeFrancesco able to slip out of the backfield. He had the trips to the left. A lot of the attention from PJP going off to the left. Francesco is able to slip out there, and they bring on, Pergine baits the defenders up the field. There's a good kick out block by number 54, Begg, and it's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him.
The thing on that play, Mitchell Vagnosi, who a lot of the times his routes are more the shorter ones, the type of screens right there in that trips formation. It appeared as if he was the one that was going to get the screen. A lot of PJP's attention going that way. Not to be DeFrancesco gets out there. And as you said, Begg, Dante Benani, the wide receiver, throwing a nice block.
Absolutely. Well executed.
That's the start you're looking for.
Absolutely. One way to erase that is get on top early. Already, you can see that the comfort level is there. The execution was there, and they're in a tough situation. PJP would have taken that all day long, 3rd and 14, and Springford comes out with a perfect play call at the right time.
You got the band into it. You got the cheerleaders into it. Student section. A nice look for senior night. No problem setting that up for Taylor Smith. Standing next to him on kickoff duties right there, Jared Behringer, number 89. new to the team. He came on as the new kicker. Now he's going to be trying to tackle guys. Interesting change for him as Smith boots that one down all the way to the 5-yard line. And they're going to get moving there. He's going to get to about 25. We got a flag on the field.
And this will hopefully be against PJP, and it'll push them back and give them poor field position to start this. So things are really going Spring-Ford's way at the start of this game.
That one again, trying to figure out who got that return. Like we said, the number is a little difficult here as the umpire gives us a call. That's going to be a block in the back. Move them back.
So we talked a lot about Spring-Ford, how they have some playmakers. We would say, we were talking probably better on both sides of the football, on the offensive front, defensive front. But PJP does have some playmakers. They have De Laurentiis, is a playmaking quarterback, has some good speed. And Sereno, their wide receiver, it also has the ability to make some plays. So they like to throw the football. They haven't been running well last particular games they've been playing. They lost their last 2 games, and they're kind of in the same boat with Spring-Ford. They're already in 4A playoffs, district playoffs, but of late they haven't been playing their best football.
Absolutely, for them coming in, there has to be a little bit of extra motivation. You've never beaten Spring-Ford in the history of your school. Right down the road, it'd be nice for them to get it going. Obviously, the Rams don't want to see that history go against them, but definitely a little extra motivation for the Panthers as they come into this one. De Laurentiis in the gun to start. He's back. He's looking. He's rolling. He's starting to scramble, and he's going to get going and slide on down for about a gain of maybe 1 foot, 2 feet.
And you can see he wanted to go deep on the outside to number 9, Bearden. One of his speedsters on the outside, and Spring-Ford took it away. Safety came rolling over top, and you can see he was looking that way, and then he was flushed out to the right. Nice job of containing him for Spring-Ford for a minimum gain of 2nd down.
One of the things Spring-Ford did not do particularly well last week was contain Dawson Stewart, the OJR quarterback. Once he got rolling out, picked up a lot of first downs that way. Nice to see that trend bucked early on in this one. As De Laurentiis going to hand this one off, spinning around. Bildstein, I believe, on the carry, number 1.
You can see just a simple handoff going to the outside, inside handoff. Good job by pursuing to the football, gang tackling, not get him, enabling him to escape with a run after contact.
Jake Bildstein there. The senior, use him more shifty, change the pace back. Right there, they're trying to pick up something on 2nd down. Not much as De Laurentiis going to get it from the gun, and he's being chased early. This one fired, and this one's caught.
Wow, great play there, but he's able to go down and get that ball. From up here, it did look like a catch, and down on the field, they're rolling the same.
And Sereno right there is able to pick that one, what looked like off the ground almost. He was able to pull up that first down. Golden Panthers going to continue to get moving on this first down. One of the battles you want to look for the Rams is that front 4 going up against that offensive line for the Golden Panthers and how they're able to handle that. De Laurentiis back in the gun again. He's looking. He's going to hand this one off. Now they're not going to get much at all on that one.
Yeah, good gang tackling there at the point of attack. Spring-Ford's able to stand up the offensive lineman, and they're able to just stand this play up, and there is just no lanes for Bildstein to run, or check that, I'm sorry, number 21.
AJ Natale.
And AJ Natale to run. And good job by the point of attack for Spring-Ford defensive line.
Just bottling him up, not giving him much to go. 2nd and long. De Laurentiis going to be back in the gun. He's got the snap, and he's handing this one off, and now there's some room to work. This is Bildstein again, pushing and moving the chains for the Golden Panthers. Got some space to work and took full advantage of it.
Yeah, good little cut right at the line of scrimmage, and was able to finally get some space and get a good positive run. Good hustle on the play by not giving up on the ball, Nova Silva. was able to come back and he was able to lay the wood there in the end, but not after, a really big gain by PJP. Biggest run of the evening for them.
De Laurentiis again going to come in the gun, that pistol formation they're enjoying as well. A little snap count. Springford gets moving, but no call there. James Albert and Clarence Thomas both going to get to the ball right there. Quick stop, 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, we're experiencing a couple difficulties here. Some of the replays are coming through on our field and our monitor up here as we're seeing some. Others we might be talking through. We're not actually able to give you some of the play-by-play. So we apologize for that. Hopefully we'll be able to get that situation corrected moving forward.
So the Laurentiis again in the gun. Springford showing a little bit of a run blitz. Not going to get it. Bildstein is able to get his way out of there. Pick up about 2.5 yards on that one. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 5. We see it right here. Rams coming from one side. Golden Panthers going the other way, but they were able to swallow that one up. You mentioned earlier how they haven't been able to run the ball. Obviously an emphasis as they get into this beginning of this game.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I think that's the game plan. Come out here and let's establish the run. Let's control the clock. Let's control this game. And PJP's coming out here and they're doing a good job moving the ball. Big play here on 3rd down.
And Laurentiis going to get the pass. He's got blitz coming, but that means a screen. Can they tackle him before? It's going to be very, very close. And it's Stephen Brill trying to drag him down. Spot going to look very nice for Pope John Paul II. And
man, what an effort.
They're going to give it to him. Very, very close.
Yeah, good effort on a little slant across the middle and just was able to spin out of this, and Sereno was able to reach for the 1st down. Real big play there on 3rd down for PJP, and that'll be 1st down right at midfield.
Now about to move into Springford territory. De Laurentiis back in the gun, and that pistol that they like so much, they're handing it right to Bildstein. And as I said, they were getting into Springford territory. Not on that one. They're going back into their own.
Right, good penetration up front. Up in the middle, Silva was able to penetrate, make the tackle, and one of the first negative plays here for PJP on their initial drive. Good job of gang tackling. Number 45 is also in on the action to create that negative play.
Clarence Thomas and Simeon Little both looked like they got a part of that. Backed up 1 yard. 2nd and 11 with nobody standing in the backfield at De Laurentiis. I'm going to go with the pass in this one. Just a little bold.
Either that or watch for a QB draw here, but he does like to throw the ball, a little hitch route.
Firing, and going to break a tackle, pick up a couple extra yards right there. And be 2nd and 5. Take a look at that one more
There you can
time.
see it's just a sprint up, turn 5 yards, and get the ball to him quick. It's right on the money. And Springford Rams defender was there right away. And unfortunate missed tackle led to an extra gain of 2 yards.
A little bit more of a focus on the ball right there, jumping that pass instead of just getting the man.
Yeah, good help, good pursuit, eliminating the gain after initial contact.
We now have De Laurentiis in the gun, this time with 2 backs on his 3rd and 5. Got Bildstein in motion as he's going to roll on out. Rams bringing pressure at just out of the reach of Bildstein. Now they're left with a decision of 4th and 5 for the Golden Panthers.
Del Romano on the coverage here, following his offensive player across the field. And it was there. It's just a little high. Wide receiver, fortunately for the Springford Rams, could not hold on to it. Definitely a difficult catch, but probably one that he should have made for positive yards. And it looks like PJP is going to go for it here on 4th down.
It would appear so, as De Laurentiis is going to get his team situated. He's going to come out in the gun. Where else? To the right, to the left, and one in the backfield. Put a man in motion, and he's going to fake the handoff. He's looking, firing over the middle, and it just goes right past his receiver's hands. The intended target right there was Christopher Salver. That will fall incomplete, and now the Rams have nice starting field position to go the other way as we near the end of this 1st quarter.
Yeah, the first quarter's going exactly as planned with Coach Brubaker. PJP had a nice job going there, but the defense for the Rams tightened up and was able to force the turnover on downs.
We got TJ Pergine and Justin DiFrancesco. Noah Silva, arguably three of the most consistent players on this roster. Noah Silva doing it on both ends, offensive line, defensive line. TJ Pergine, record-breaking season last year, another very good season this year. He's going to be up there in the record books for quite a while for Spring Ford history. And Justin DiFrancesco, we saw what he could do on that first drive.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see some more. Again, you want to see positive plays on first down. That's where you're able to do it. A quick out pass to Mitchell.
Vagnosi going to get up near the 50-yard line. And I don't know if they heard me talking about throwing screens to Vagnosi on the last drive, but they're going to come out and start with that one.
Right on cue, and you can see Pergine does a real good job squaring up his shoulders, puts it on the money where Vagnosi can catch it on the run, and he's able to turn it upfield and get a good positive play on first down.
Mitchell Vagnosi in my gym class, currently in the football unit. I can confirm that he does have very good hands. If he can catch my passes, TJ's must.
Very athletic family as well. We know his sister is also a great soccer player. His younger sister Felicia is also on the soccer team as well. So good athletic family.
He went in motion there, but the handoff went to Justin DiFrancesco. He gets close to the first-yard line, got hit pretty hard. Depends on the spot, really, where we're going to go this way.
Pretty hard. I think he might have knocked your tie off with that hit, right? That was a real solid hit that he just absorbed by two PJP tacklers. But he was able to hold on, plow forward. As you can see him come up right here, and boom, they lay in the wood. One of the defenders bounced off him, and he's able to keep his legs churning and is able to pick up that first down for the Rams.
Amazing how much he can take for his size. Talented player for the Rams, picking up that first down. He'll come out behind
tough kid.
Pergine in the pistol. Vagnosi in motion again. Pergine, just give it back to him. Why not? And he's going to make a move to the outside. Quick cut back. He'll pick up about 9 yards on that play. Justin DiFrancesco. And I think it's pretty safe to say that he's crossed the 1,000-yard mark for the season.
Yeah, for sure. You can see they did a double blitz off the left edge, and the Rams are running to the right. Good play call at the right time. Able to pick up 9.5 yards. We'll call it second and short. This is a good time to take a shot down the field.
Absolutely, second and one. You can open up the entire playbook here.
Yeah, I'd like to see him take a shot at the end zone on this one. See what they do. And here you go. There it is. He's got him.
Oh, wow. What a play right there. Pergine with a pump fake, and they find him wide open. I believe that's Tyler Edwards come there on the other side for the Rams touchdown. And you can see it right there. The celebration for everyone. Everyone is into this one. You talked about some of the energy that lacked last week. It is here right now. And we will have Taylor Smith, Mitchell Vagnosi, David Giangulio, and the entire fourth down army come here to take this extra point. They are fired up on that Rams sideline. Beautiful play call. Execute to perfection by TJ. That one is up and good. A 14-0 lead for the Rams. And with that pass, Pergine now with...
And we said it right here, it all starts up front. He has plenty of time to make the pump fake and able to go downfield. Nobody was even close to the backfield. Nice blocking up front, right on the money. Nobody around him. Touchdown, Spring Ford.
And we have TJ Pergine's 45th career touchdown pass. Now, what's so important about that? That ties him for second all-time in Rams history with Lance Viola, mentioned earlier, class 1973.
Yeah, we'd like to see him add to that total tonight. I mean, why settle for a tie? Let's get another one. And the way they're moving the football tonight, the way they look offensively, the pass protection he's getting, I think he has a good chance to take sole possession of that mark and move ahead of him. So good night tonight.
With another touchdown, of course, he would break the tie, and he would tie Hank Coyne for the most touchdowns in a 2-year stretch by a Spring Ford quarterback. Hank Coyne, 46 touchdowns in 2 years.
Pretty impressive company that young man's with right now, and you can see they're firing on all cylinders. Good execution so far on all the plays tonight, and that's what we talked about, the prep. What did they put into the game coming forward?
As this one, nice kickoff by Taylor Smith. Jared Maringer giving chase, and he's going to get credited with the tackle right there as they fall down right there. JP falls down, so not bad for his first week on the kickoff team right there. Manager getting all the way down there and
And a
bringing
whole
down
gang of Rams.
Yeah, a little bit of help from the turf right there. The turf tackles.
Yeah, good pursuit there, and they didn't even get it out to the 20-yard line. So for the second consecutive possession here, PJP starts deep in their own territory, and things are just going Spring-Ford way. Now, Spring-Ford like to get a 3 and out and really put the pressure on PJP.
Absolutely, as we close in on the end of this first quarter. Rams in control of the game. Taylor Rentis back in the gun to start their second drive, and he's going to hand this one off. This one's going to be quick. Natali get moving, maybe a yard or two, but nothing more. Clock may run out.
Steve Brill, you can see him coming in. Number 24, I apologize. Came up, and James Albert come up on the play and get stopped for a short gain on first down.
Taylor Rentis and the Golden Panthers appear like they're going to try and run a play. I don't know whether they're aware that we have 8 seconds left in this quarter. And they're going to try and get this one
they
off.
Need every play they can get.
There we go. They get it off, and he's under pressure. The screen to Bill Stein gets to him, and he picks up a few yards. Ball comes to the ground. I believe they're going to call him down on contact. Much to the dismay of Nick Del Romano right there, is he thought he had himself a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah, you can see this. They, jailbreak there on the defensive line. 24 is unable to get him, but good pursuit by the D-backs. We're able to step up and limit the damage there on second down. It'll be about 3rd and 5 leading into this first quarter. Well, right, we talked about a good hot start for the Spring-Ford. Well, tonight we got it, and like you said, crowd's into it. Good crowd on hand tonight, and number one, complete 180 from what we saw last week.
Absolutely. For a team that did not score any points in that entire game, they've got 14 and a quarter. Always nice to turn around that way. For a team that for the past 2 weeks, honestly, had not been too great on offense. 16 points against Boyertown in the homecoming game. Didn't look in sync for a lot of that game. No points last week against OJR. It was nice for this offense to get going early on, especially for this defense. Give up 33 points for the Spring-Ford Rams. That's a substantial number. That's something they like to keep down much lower. Coming into this week, they're able to get a turnover on downs on the first drive, and now a big key for them, getting off the field on 3rd down. Perfect way to open up this second quarter.
Absolutely. Big play right here for Spring-Ford Ram defense. They want to get off the field and give their offense time to get out there and get going.
Taylor Rentis will start this quarter in the gun. So we have flipped fields on this slightly chilly October night.
Beautiful
in
night.
Royersford. Fakes the handoff. He's looking to pass. He's going to roll out. He's going to have Rams coming all after him. He's going to be forced out of bounds by Nick Del Romano, and it will be 4th down as he loses about 4 or 5 on the play.
Yeah, you can see him. He's looking downfield. Great job by Spring-Ford in pass coverage here. There's nowhere for him to go to throw the football. Looking at a receiver going down the middle, coming out, looking at his 2nd, 3rd read, and he just had nobody. Everybody was blanketed by blue, and that'll force a PJP punt.
David Giglio also getting in there, rushing the passer as Ryan Engro steps back to return the punt. It's been him and Tyler Edwards doing the majority of return duty so far this season. The snap bounces to him. Very close Spring-Ford block. This one's going to bounce to Engro. Actually won't even get to him. It's going to be down about the 41-yard line. Fantastic starting field position now for the Rams.
Well, like we said, momentum, everything's on Spring-Ford's way. They just need to continue to execute, avoid those negative plays, protect the football, and just do their job, do their assignment. And the nightmare start for PJP continues.
Absolutely. We just heard over the loudspeaker the out-of-town scoreboard for the PAC championship tonight. Perkiomen Valley up 14-7 on Pottsgrove over at PV.
Yeah, good game over there tonight against 2 really solid football teams, both offense and defensively.
Virginia going to start this drive in the gun. He's back. He's looking. And He wants to go deep with this one. He finds a man wide open. That's Mitchell Vagnosi trying to put the moves on, slipping away from tacklers, getting his way down to the 12-yard line. I don't know how he got that wide open on that one.
Well, I'll tell you where it starts, how he got this wide open. If you take a look at the pass protection, TJ Pergine could have had a Wawa hoagie back there. He had all day to throw. Great job through him going through his progressions and able to find a wide open Vagnosi.
He's fighting his way through those tacklers. Almost was able to break away against himself. That touchdown, however.
Yeah, this offensive line's really dominating the line of scrimmage at this point.
Pergine again in the gun. Here we could be looking at the record-breaking touchdown pass. He takes this one on a scramble instead. He's going to get moving towards that first down marker. He'll be marked out about the 5-yard line.
Little read option there for TJ. Did a nice job of reading the end there. He's able to gain a gain of 6 on the play. As you can see here, he's reading his side of the field, watching where the end is. Sees the penetration on the left side, slips out the back door, and able to get a nice pickup on first down.
It's incredible with the athletic ability of Pergine and how much defenses respect Justin DeFrancesco, the way they're able to run that read option, because teams really want to make sure DeFrancesco doesn't turn out as, now we've got Pergine in motion. He's going to get on the line. Noah Silva in the gun. He's an eligible receiver right now. This
I want to
is
see him
something
pass
else.
one. Here
He's
you go.
going to throw it.
He's got him.
He's got James Albert
There
for a
you go.
touchdown. Noah Silva throwing a touchdown pass. Never thought I'd say that on a broadcast. However, he finds James Albert, and the big guys getting a touchdown right there.
There's a nice little wrinkle in the offense. Just like we said, we wanted to see him throw the ball. Had him wide open. Nice pass. Nice going as this sideline just erupts. Great play, Spring-Ford Rams. Good execution.
I'm sorry. Oh, wow. What a play call right there. Pulled out all the tricks for a senior night. As Taylor Smith, the kick is up, and it is good. And he has now tied a season record for the most consecutive extra points with 32 in a row.
So here you can see him come down the backfield. Everybody empty set. You think he's going to run because he's a big man. Hits his man wide open, and celebration all around. Nice pass there to James Albert for the touchdown.
So when we say Noah Silva can do it all, I thought we would just be referring to his ability to rush passer, come against.
Line.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Apparently, he is also a quarterback in disguise.
Yeah, Tim Tebow who?
Yeah.
Now I want to see him run the option to get him out there, and I want to see him get a few yards rushing now too. Well, jubilant crowd, sidelines going crazy. It's just a fantastic start here by Spring-Ford, and the way they're playing tonight, and how they're able to execute. Hopefully, the out-of-town scoreboard's going just as well, and maybe they can sneak into a playoff spot.
Well, when you keep racking up the points against teams, it always bodes well in your favor. As Taylor Smith kicks this one off, it'll be returned by Bildstein. He's got a lane to run. He keeps on moving. He'll be tackled there. Looks like Nick Del Romano got him just beyond the 30-yard line to the 32.
And this would be PJP's best starting field position to start a drive on the night, as previous 2 drives were, at the 18 and about the 12 respectively. So, if they're going to do something, this is the drive for them to do it. But I think Spring-Ford's defense, they've come to play. This whole team has come to play tonight.
I think if you're going to do anything now is absolutely the time to do it. You're down 3 touchdowns. You don't want to go into the half being shut out, down 3 touchdowns at Coach McNally Stadium. Not a recipe for success right there.
That'd be tough sledding, an uphill sledding now. But we know they still have some playmakers. They still need to play disciplined football, and this has been a very clean game for Spring-Ford so far
Rentis
tonight.
taking a snap, firing to the sideline, just out of reach for his receiver. Fall incomplete. We will get second down here.
Yeah, when that pass was thrown, it looked like he was going to be able to get that in, but just out of the reach there, it would have been a good gain for him to first down. However, they couldn't connect, so that'll continue their offensive struggles here. It'll be 2nd and 10.
10:52 remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. Compared to how fast that first quarter went, I feel like we've had explosive play after explosive play here.
It went extremely fast. It'll be interesting if they call up some blitzes, knowing that PJP is going to have to start really throwing the ball down the field. So they're going to take a shot deep.
Gonna have one-on-one. Nick Yuba coming after the receiver.
Good coverage on the play. He was out there all on an island. You can see it's one-on-one, no ups, no safety help deep. Pretty good throw, just barely on the out of the reach of the receiver there. It has quite a height advantage, but it falls incomplete, and this will bring up 3rd and 10.
PJP looking for a flag on that one. Justification from the referees, probably that was not a catch pass coming to the inside of the receiver. They would have got tangled up anyways.
Yeah. Nick had real good position though. He was in a real good spot. And the important thing is he was looking for the ball, and he was trying to make a play on the ball and not just playing the receiver.
As an undersized guy, Nick Yuba makes fantastic use of the sideline as his friend. It's like having 2 defenders on you at once. As De Laurentiis get going on this 3rd down, he's going to try again to Nick Yuba's side. This one going to fall incomplete. Just overthrows him.
Tried a little stop and go, and Nick Yuba, he didn't fall for it all. His quickness really showed, even though he's undersized. His quickness, he was able to stay with that. Did not bite on the initial hitch, and forces that ball. That ball's long. Good coverage on the play.
Yuba, the brother of a fantastic track runner for Springford quite a few years ago. Yuba himself pretty quick. Is now Pope John Paul looking to punt again. 4th and 10. They got max protection here after that last bouncing snap. The snap's good. They almost get to it again, though. However, an Angro going to wave for a fair catch. A little nervous the way he caught that one, but catch is a catch. As they will get the ball around the 36, 37-yard line.
Good vision by Angro. He saw he had no blockers in front of him. They were bearing down. Best thing there is take that good field position where they're at, wave your hand for a fair catch, and most important, secure it. Good to see one of my former students out there performing on the gridiron.
Absolutely. Virgin going to be back in the pistol. Who else but Justin DiFrancesco behind him. Ships to the left, one to the right to get this drive started. Stack of the box here, Pope John Paul. And we got a flag. Movement up front.
Yeah, PJP was showing blitz up the middle there, and Springford got a little bit on edge, and unfortunately a little movement up front, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty on Springford.
Yep, well, moving back to the 32-yard line, be 1st and 15. However, like to look at the glass as half full here. It's our first real miscue we've seen for the Rams today.
Yeah, after a penalty-riddled game last week, they're playing very disciplined football, and they're really controlling the line of scrimmage. You got to give it to the 5 guys up front that are just doing a phenomenal job of blocking.
Gene again in the gun. He's got to take the snap. He's looking all the way down the field. That's Dante Benani making the catch. He's going to try and spin his way up there. Gets about to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 7 or 8 yards right there. He's had himself a fantastic start to his career this year in his sophomore season.
Absolutely. He's just a dominant force out there in the outside. And you can see he just about broke this. As you saw, Mitchell Vagnosi came over and blocked his guy. If he breaks that one tackle, it would have been off to the races.
Well, leading receivers in the pack, just like I said, as a sophomore, plenty of room to grow and continue his career beyond this year.
He certainly does have a bright future.
Virginia going to take the snap and hand this one off to DiFrancesco. He's got a hole. He's moving. He's going to be tough to grab. They get him by the jersey. They're just able to get him down at the 32-yard line. You have to think if they didn't grab him by the jersey, he was lost.
He was definitely going. I don't even know how he was able to grab him by the jersey. It must have been a thread hanging on the back of the uniform. But again, it all starts up there. You see the guard pulling. Good pancake block right there. And DiFrancesco's just off to the races and just able to get a hand on the tail of his shirt there and pull him down, but not after a huge gain for the Springford Rams.
Rick Bearden, one of the ones grabbing him right there. Like a flash going by there. Just got a quick hold on. As Virgin looking, firing, and he's going to send this one to the sideline.
Yeah, that play just didn't develop like he wanted. Real smart, headsy play right there. He saw there was really nothing for him. We'll look here on the outside as he's looking out there, seeing what the numbers are. And he's looking for a quick hitter, and he saw that there's just nothing available. Real smart, throws it out of bounds, and keep the football and have another play without a negative play happening. That's what you want to see out of your veteran quarterback.
Absolutely. You've definitely seen the maturity of Pergine this year, making much smarter throws. He was a fantastic quarterback coming out as a junior last year, but this year, just his control of the offense has been very impressive. He sits in the gun now, takes the snap. He's firing over the middle, and Mitchell Bagnosi leads him a little bit too far. And now the Rams will have a 3rd down.
Yeah, this is one of the few plays tonight where he had him open, and he just unable to connect. And you're going to have it. It can't be perfect all night. And you can see just a quick slant here to Mitchell. He had him open, just let him a little bit too far there, and that'll bring up 3rd and long. And in this situation, you want to pick up 5 or 6 yards and give yourself a chance on 4th down to possibly go for it.
Absolutely. However, with Taylor Smith back, get close enough, maybe. It would be quite the distance for a field goal. However, his leg has been able to support those in the past. But they need some yardage here to make that happen. As Pergine back, fakes the handoff, rolling, firing off his back foot. He had a man. Colby Goldsmith falling down, Pergine off his back foot. A lot of elements right there that don't typically lead to a successful play right there going against you. And it was still pretty close.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see he's rolling to his left. Very hard for a right-handed quarterback to get your body square and get any velocity on the throw. And he has two PJP defenders bearing down on him. It's a very difficult throw to make, and maybe you'd like to see him square those shoulders up. He had his guy there, and unfortunately they're not able to connect. Now I'll bring up 4th and 10. And wouldn't be surprised if Coach Brubaker goes right back to that same play, because there's a lot of confusion in the PJP backfield secondary right now.
They have had quite a bit of confusion when Pergine gets moving as to where their coverage is, who's going to stick with who. Oh, now he's going to be blitzed, and now he loses the football. Flag on the play, and he's just going to take his losses on this one as we get another flag on the play. I don't know.
First flag is near the area of holding, which I would imagine is against Springford. I did not see that late flag coming.
I don't know if I saw that as he stepped away that yellow line. They're going to have holding. That's going to be declined, and there is no second penalty, so I'm just seeing things.
Yeah, so they'll unfortunately lost the ball, and it was considered a fumble. He picked it up, and PJP will decline it and take the ball at the spot where they tackled Pergine. You can see him. He's just trying to make something happen on 4th down. He knows that he's got to scramble out, maybe throw one up, and unfortunately he dropped it, and he's able to recover it and not have any farther harm. Scoop and score by PJP, but that's the one thing you didn't want to happen is a big negative play, especially when you're up 21-0.
I apologize to all viewers at home that if I excited you for a second flag. I have no idea where I saw it. I just looked at the replay, and I'm just going to go with the yellow line excuse and leave it at that.
I agree with you. It was definitely the soccer field line.
This one's pitched out to start PJP their drive, and he's going to go nowhere very fast. Philistine going to pick up 1, maybe 2.
Good pursuit there by Springford. Limiting them on 1st down to a short gain, keeping the PJP back, having them deal with a down and distance rather than gaining chunk plays. And Springford's doing a real good job pursuing to the ball, gang tackling, and being real crisp and solid up front. And we thought Springford really had the advantage up front, both on the offensive, defensive lines, and they're doing it tonight.
De Laurentiis going to be back in the gun. As he's going to look, fire across. That's Bearden. Going to pick up some. Get about to the 45-yard line, Springford side. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, quick bubble screen. You can see just goes right to the outside. Good pursuit here by Springford, be able to come up, gang tackle, and limit them. Now it'll bring up a 3rd and 4 for PJP.
So I have a little out-of-town scoreboard update for you. Upper Darby currently sitting at 16th. They are losing 20-0 to the Ridley Raiders in the 2nd quarter. Ridley, of course, 18th, right behind Springford. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out if scores hold, as this one's going to be floated and caught. Pope John Paul will pick up the 1st down. Going for the ball right there. I believe that was Colby Goldsmith. And a big play right there for Pope John Paul.
You can see Colby Goldsmith, he's coming up here. It looks like when that ball was first let go, he was going to be able to come up and pick that off, but instead of cutting in front of the defender, he kind of took the route behind him, was a little bit unaware of where his where the offensive player was, and fortunately for him that the receiver stumbled and they didn't score a touchdown on that play.
C.J. McCaffrey right there making the catch, stumbling down, and a lot of movement up front.
Yeah, PJP gets their biggest play of the night and subsequently comes out in the next snap and has a false start and will back them up 5 yards.
Interesting how that works right there. They finally go under center for the first time tonight. You would imagine the quarterback being closer to the offensive lineman, better communication, more thorough with the snap count. However, not to be the case.
I'm not sure if they were anticipating maybe a quick snap, first sound, and who knows, maybe even Springford, one of the linebackers barked out a call to the lineman to have a shift, and maybe the PJP offensive lineman thought it was a quarterback, going through their cadence, and they jumped off sides. Sometimes you just don't know what happens out there, but yeah, first time under center, they get a penalty.
PJP again under center. They're going to pitch this one out.
Touch
They're going
pass.
to turn it back around. And this one's going to make it to De Laurentiis. A nice little trick play. He's tackled near the sideline. A lot of yelling, a lot of looking for a flag.
I'm not going to see here that De Laurentiis possibly was looking to throw this ball, but I think the smart play, he knew it was a forward pass, and he was unable to throw that ball. I think it was going to be a double lateral, and he was going to look to pass and smartly tucked that one down and ran. And
Nice.
PJP staff over there wanted a late hit out of bounds.
No, Silva kind of wrapped his arms around him as he was headed out of bounds. Could have went either way right there. Luckily for the Rams, flag stayed in the pocket. I did not see any flags just sort of appear out of nowhere in my mind here.
See if Springfield will dial up a blitz or some pressure here, try to put an end to this PJP drive.
And we got De Laurentiis looking over the middle. This one is dropped. I believe it was a forward pass. We got no worry about a fumble here. Serena, that was headed to him.
Yeah, Natale, I think, was looking up the field. He had plenty of room to run. We're going to take a look at the quick replay. You'll see him. Sereno, I'm sorry. He's sure-handed Sereno. He was looking up the field. He had a lot of green turf in front of him to run.
Catch and then run. Catch them. One of the first
Yeah,
things
the
they teach you.
basics, exactly.
But one of the toughest things to just think about. You're playing the touchdown dance all out.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the ball's on the ground.
He might have had a real good opportunity, at least get down to the inside the 10-yard line on that, because like I said, it was wide open for him. It was well executed, and the play call was well executed. The execution wasn't.
And this one, a fake handoff. There's a lot of pressure coming at De Laurentiis. He's just going to take off, though. He's able to get away. Is he able to get to that first down marker? We are going to say no. He falls about 3 yards short. 4th and 3.
There you go. It has a little bit of read option. Looks like it was going to be a shovel pass in the middle. Nice job of Springford covering that up, and he has nothing to do but tuck it and run, and that'll bring up about 4th and 2. Real big play here for the Springford Rams defense. See what Coach Brewbreaker, the defensive coaches, dial up on this one.
Going PJP absolutely needs this one as De Laurentiis comes in the gun. He's going to send Bilstein in motion. He's going to roll out to Bilstein's side, looking for him. He's going to find him, and he's swallowed up, but not in time. It will be a first down for the Golden Panthers. Moving into the red zone, trying to knock on the door and let themselves into that end zone.
Good play call here. You can see the guy on motion. The linebacker's not able to get out there fast enough. A little bit of a pick there by number 2, but well-designed play. Sometimes you just have to give it to the offensive team. Good play design, and more importantly, good execution for PJP. That'll give him a fresh set of downs here in the red zone.
John Paul, snap gets away. Chance for Springford. Who's
It's
going to land
still
up?
up.
It's still going. And Springford ends up on top of that one. That's Simeon Little pulling it down. And the Rams have control.
Look like a little bit of the football follies. We can see here a little bit of a bad snap high, and the ball's just around. Looked like PJP players had a chance, the Ram players had a chance, but ultimately Springford football, big play in the defensive red zone to put a halt to PJP's drive.
A little bit of, do you have it? No? Do you have it? No? I don't have it. Is he going to grab
I don't
it?
want
No,
it. You
he
take
doesn't
it.
have it. Oh, boy. This one's getting away.
sometimes you capitalize on the other team's mistakes, and it was certainly not a snap that was handled cleanly, and Springford defense was very opportunistic.
Pergine will come out in the gun. He's looking, he's firing, and there was miscommunication there from Engro and Pergine. Engro is going to be the next quarterback, hopefully for the Rams. Trying to work him as receiver this year with his skill set. Another sophomore on that team.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of the plays they really weren't in sync on, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Springford Rams. And like we said, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, the defensive and offensive line of scrimmage, and they just got to continue to do their thing, execute, avoid some bad plays, and just keep falling forward and getting short yard, get the down and distances in their favor.
And this one hand off to DeFrancesco. He's got a hole. He's bouncing to the outside. He's at the 50, at the 40. He's got a man coming after him. He's knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Another huge run for Justin DeFrancesco. He just keeps on moving.
Yeah, he does. That was great blocking on the right side by Springford. We have Gunnar Romano and James Begg. We have Noah Silva pulling and able to spring him to the outside. Huge hole, and you can see the speed of DeFrancesco. And then, unfortunately, Bildstein had the angle on him and was able to save a touchdown there. And it will be Springford football 1st and 10 at the PJP 30-yard line.
Another big block by Dante Panani. Out on that outside as Pergine will come back in the gun. Going to have DeFrancesco to his left. Tyler Edwards coming in motion to that side, and he's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to go out on the run. He's going to try and make a move, slide to the inside, and he'll be close to a 1st down, just a little bit short.
Good execution on the read option. Good job of seal blocking on the left side. Where we have Noah Silva again, big number 73 here, is able to seal the edge and just smartly lets go of his man so he doesn't get a block, and then TJ Pergine is able to do the rest with a nice gain on 1st down and bring up 2nd and short. This is that shot again where they want to take a shot in the end zone. Last time I said that, it was wide open touchdown Springford.
I'll take that one more time, as this time Pergine going to get out of it.
There, he's got him.
He's going to start rolling. He's going to try and pick up the 1st down. And that is good enough for the 1st down. Channel is over Carson Wentz right there.
Yeah, that was great. He feels the pressure up the middle. He's able to bounce out, and only if he would have saw Mitchell Bagnosi, he was sprinting across the back of the end zone wide open. By that time, he made up his mind that he's going to tuck the ball and just run for the 1st down. And it'll be Springford ball here, 1st and 10 from their, that's 17-yard line.
Pergine will come back out in the gun. DeFrancesco, usually just the 2 of them in the backfield, joined by some combination of 4 receivers. And he's going to push Benani out further to the right.
I like to see him go up top here, 1-on-1 up top.
And I think that will be the case. Ooh, risky pass right there. Put that one in, up for grabs right there. We're going to have a legal shift on the Rams, however. The umpire going to give that one to us.
Yeah, that'll push him back. I think there's a little miscommunication. You see TJ and Dante talking to each other, not quite maybe on the same page. Maybe one had one idea based on the coverage, and maybe somebody didn't read it right. But they'll get it together. They'll get it right. And unfortunately, that was one of the few penalties Springford had. I think that's their 2nd penalty of the night, and it will push them back 5 yards.
Nice view right here of them coming down towards the end zone. Gene barking out orders to his receivers. A lot of man coverage here, 1-on-1s galore through this secondary. Pergine going to get it. He's going to just trust Colby Goldsmith, firing in the back of the end zone, incomplete. He's 2nd and 15.
Yeah, you can see you called it right on the bat. You can see there was no safety help. It was one man and man across the board, and they were taking a shot there. Not a bad play call, just was unable to connect in the corner of the end zone.
It's really of I trust my man more than I think that you can stop him.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see there's quite a size difference here on the outside, but again, we have man-to-man across the board. See what they dial up on this play.
Interesting to see how the box is almost stacked. And now finally they'll send someone back out for a little bit of safety help. As Pergine going to get blitzed, going to fire it out. He's going to find his man, and looks like Tyler Edwards going backward. Oh, might have got a yard there.
Okay, he was able to make the first guy miss, cut to the inside rather than trying to take it to the outside. Be interesting if he had that angle. Stuff to see from up here as we'll take a look on our replay. The quick bubble screen to the outside. He was flushed out of the pocket, felt that pressure. Edwards cutting to the back, and then the outside guy did have leverage on him. That's why he cut it up the middle for a short gain, and that'll bring up 3rd and long.
Another big situation here for the Rams. They can put one in here before the half. It'll be huge. Virgin looking, firing. He's going to find his man on the outside. It was tipped. Kanani not able to pull that one down.
Yeah, nice play by PJP. Linebacker coming out in the flat and is able to just get enough of that ball and to deflect it. And it ended up got in on Edwards, and he was unable to corral it.
Excuse me on that one.
Pretty good concentration. You see, just gets a little piece of it and able to disrupt that play. That'll bring on 4th down and bring on Tyler Smith for the field goal attempt.
Bring on the 4th down Army. Taylor Smith to kick. Mitchell Vagnuzzi to hold. David Giangilio to snap. Snap, kick. It is up, and it is good. Taylor Smith back from injury and knocks one through, and the Rams now have a 24-0 lead.
Yeah, it's a nice execution, nice snap, nice hold by Vagnuzzi. 26-yard field goals, 36-yard field goals, nothing to sneeze about at the high school level, and good to see him kicking these field goals. He's one away from tying the season record. Right now he stands at 6 field goals on the season. Record is 7. Hopefully he'll get an opportunity to tie that record and put himself into the Spring Ford record book.
I keep referencing an injury. He was going through concussion tests following their game against Boyertown. He was hit very hard on a punt, I believe it was. Some argue the legitimacy of when that hit occurred. But the bottom line was that he was hurt. No, Marchetti came in, kicked the kickoff in that game. They went out and got Jared Maringer, 89, to go kick last week. Nice to see Taylor Smith back on the field, feeling 100% as he boots this one deep.
Good kick
Back there, Billstein have to carry a lot of room. Makes a man miss and gets himself up to about the 15-yard line.
Good job on the coverage team. Guys hustling to the ball, staying in their lanes, stringing it out. And PJP, again, will have real poor starting position. They haven't fared so well on the kickoff returns tonight. And, a lot of that has to go off with the deep kicks by Smith and the coverage on the plays.
So right now, I usually do this once a game. Whoever's working with me, I promote you to head coach of the other team. So congratulations, you're now the head coach of Pope John Paul II. You've been running a lot. How does the game plan change right here?
Yeah, we really got away from the game plan. It certainly has shifted. Once you get down big, you kind of come one-dimensional, and here you can see a quick bubble screen to the outside and trying to stretch the defense, but Springford doesn't want anything of it. You have to throw the football. We have no other choice. If you're the PJP head coach, they need to throw it downfield. They need to execute. As unfortunately Noah Silva is down here. Hopefully for him it is just a cramp and he's okay. You can see him getting up slowly, and it seems like it is a cramp. I think they'll pull him out, get him stretched out. Number 74, Mark Schaefer, another former student of mine, entering the game, and hopefully Noah Silva will be able to get that stretched and be okay. But back to the question here is, yeah, you don't ever want to find yourself down 24-0 on the road, because you become one-dimensional, you become vulnerable to that pass rush.
De Laurentiis in the gun. Glorious 2 minutes there for you as head coach of Pope John Paul. Is De Laurentiis going to try and take off, and that is Mark Sparky Schaefer coming there. The nickname Sparky. Fantastic. Not going to plug my own interviews, but I'm about to anyways. Football Player of the Week. He was a fantastic interview. Getting him, talking to him about the nickname Sparky, how it came about.
There he is.
A real character.
He's
real
coming
great
out
guy.
all fired up. Had his name called, got a sack there, and good job, Mark Schaefer. Good job of the penetration. Also, good job of the Springford secondary covering everybody up and giving De Laurentiis nowhere to throw the football.
I want to congratulate you. Didn't get a chance to with all the excitement right there on a fantastic 2 minutes as the head coach of Pope John Paul.
Thank goodness it's not reality, because this it's not how I want to start my career, being down 24-0.
De Laurentiis firing, and we're getting a flag. They're going to get Nick Del Romano. in coverage right there.
I think on that one, unfortunately, he's biting hard on a little bit of an out route and had no choice but to knock him down to prevent a big play. And in this situation, you don't mind that kind of penalty. You don't want to see it, but you certainly don't want to give him give him one up deep. As you can see, the official making the call against Spring-Ford for pass interference, and it'll give PJP a fresh set of downs.
Get them go.
You can see here right at the tail end of the play, the receiver will be down on the turf right here where he sent him sailing. And, you know, you see two hankies coming out in the play as an easy call for the officials to make. And, again, you don't want to be biting at this point in time, but a heads-up play, not letting them get behind them for an easy score or a big gain and get the momentum back on their side.
Tends to be a lot of loose laundry when you end up seeing a receiver down on the ground like that. De Laurentiis in the gun. He is under pressure. He's going to try and scramble on out. Albert makes a grab at him. It'll end up being Ben DiArcangelo knocking him down.
Real good pocket presence by De Laurentiis here. He could feel it coming from his blind side. He's able to scramble, move up, and you see good pursuit here. Ben DiArcangelo, another former student of mine, hustling from that inside offense interior lineman back on the play, scrambling and able to make the tackle and just giving him a 2-yard gain on first down.
Something about your students. I don't know. Do you guys play football a lot in your class?
I have a lot of them here tonight. It's good to see. Back in 4th grade, they were much smaller in 4th grade than they are now, especially at Mark Schaefer.
De Laurentiis firing at the feet of Bilstein. That's going to be incomplete. And I gave an out-of-town score update earlier. I will give you another one right now. Upper Darby got on the board. Ridley responded, though. 23-7 right now for the Ridley Raiders. Ridley at 18th in the district. Upper Darby at 16th. Spring-Ford sandwiched right between them at 17th. So that game is closing at the end of that first half. And
my question to you is, if you're Coach Brubaker, do you have anybody giving you updates on the sideline of out-of-town scores?
I absolutely do. If I'm Coach Brubaker. And another score that Pack fans might care about, 28-13 right now. Perkins Valley defense, 3 touchdowns so far. It's been mistake-ridden first half for Pottsgrove as Pope John Paul making a move down the field. Now De Laurentiis going to complete that pass down the sideline.
De Laurentiis, beautiful, beautiful pass. You'll see it here, a little pump fake. Able to get it out and over the defender. You can see him pump fake, beautiful ball, right on the money. And as a defender, he's in position there. He was able to throw it just on a little bit of a touch over his head, complete, and that'll take them into Spring-Ford territory.
We will now have De Laurentiis coming back in the gun. They move into Spring-Ford territory. Got here earlier, coughed it up. Nothing out of it. Now they'll try and do something before the half as he's just going to be, oh no, he's going to get away. He's going to be able to slip out of that one. It looked like he was going to be swallowed up right there by a swarm of Spring-Ford defenders. But once again, the pocket presence right there, able to get moving, get 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, good, like you said, good pocket awareness. Got a jailbreak coming up here, and he's able to just slide just a little bit and get to the outside. Real good pocket awareness, good footwork, good quickness, and is able to take what looked like was going to be a real bad negative play for them and turn it into a 3-yard gain on first down.
Also very impressive, his ability. A lot of guys will just start trying to take off and run. For him, he was going to run, but he also kept the option of passing open. You saw his hand didn't really drop till he crossed that line of scrimmage. As he takes the snap here, fakes the handoff. He's going to see some more pressure firing over Miller right to the Spring-Ford defender. This one is intercepted. Moving along the sideline, it will be all the way down. Dante Bonani, or no, Tyler Edwards right there with the interception.
Yeah, it all starts up front here. You can see they got a little pressure. I didn't see who that was on live action, but you can see the pressure. A little bit of pressure at his foot maybe caused this one to sail a little bit high, and he's out there playing center field and is able to get that interception and get a good return to take it into PJP territory.
Tyler Edwards been called on to play a lot more safety after the injury to Pete Agler at the homecoming game. Right there, showing off his skills at wide receiver.
Yep, right
Take-
place, right time.
Take that one. You
Yeah,
turn
thank-
it nicely. Hey, showing off skills as a wide receiver with the catch. Punt returner with the way he returned that one.
Having himself a fine
Yeah.
football game.
Absolutely. Now we will have Pergine in the gun. Marchetti coming into the game. He's one-on-one to the left. They're looking to the right. And he's going to fire. He's going to find his man. That's complete. And this one going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. The Rams are in. It's Dante Benani getting on in there. Another touchdown for him. That will be his 4th on the season. What a start to his career.
Yeah, I'll say, man, fantastic. Cashing in on that PJTP turnover. Didn't take him long to strike. Nice job on the blocking up front. TJ's able to slide around the pocket, maneuver a little bit, buy himself some time, and is able to find Benani wide open, and he's able to use his speed to get to that cone on the sideline for a spring forward touchdown.
What a start. Taylor Smith going to put this one through, and he breaks the record. Most consecutive extra points in a season. That would be 33. Huge credit to you there, tracking that stat down.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. We'd have to go with our producer, Andrew Rothmo, on that one. You can see Pergine doesn't have anybody at first, but buys himself some time, slides out to his right, and is able to find a wide open Benani, who's able to take that up to the right sideline. And a good blocking upfield by some of his teammates, and it gets him into the end zone. Put Springford up by 31-0. And I wonder if Brood Baber's checking his phone and his Twitter feed to see what's going on out of town. This could be one of those nights where we look back on that, of what's going on, and Springford sneaking into the district playoffs and get themselves one more game.
Well, if he is checking his phone right now, he's going to find out that Upper Darby just had another special teams mistake, and Ridley's taken over in good field position. So Upper Darby struggling right now in their game. Springford firing on all cylinders here in the Battle of Royersford as Taylor Smith will boot another one perfectly to the corner. There are a lot of men giving chase. Jared Maringer going to get to him and stop him before the 20-yard line. He played football in middle school. Gave it up. Lacrosse player, going to go play at Frostburg State next year on their team. Came back for 2 games in his senior year, and there you go.
Yeah, good stuff, good story. It's good to see people out here having good nights. Springford executing. You know, we were talking about, are they going to put in the preparation? What were the keys to the game? Preparing all week. Well, I think they over-prepared the way it looks right now, and that's the type of dedication you want to see as a coach. Coach Brubaker's probably extremely happy with how his team responded after a very bad loss last week.
Don't say over-prepared to Coach Brubaker, though. I don't think he wants them to think they're doing too much now.
Yeah, that's probably not in his vocabulary.
Yeah, De Laurentiis rolling out here. He's going to fire over the middle. He's going to find a receiver. That'll be a first down for Pope John Paul as they will battle the clock the rest of the way in this first half. 1:07 remaining.
Yeah, as they're going to get into the hurry up here with minute 7 left in the first half, and Springford just needs to keep everything in front of them. You know, make a tackle, don't let any run after the catch.
Taylor Laurentiis going to send a man in motion. That's McCaffrey. He's back. He has time. Now he's being chased. He's rolling out. He's going to fire over to Natali, who's going to get 4 or 5 on that one. Now the clock's going to roll, but they're going to get a timeout right there.
Yeah, real big break here for Springford and Natali. Instead of, trying to just get out of bounds and stopping the clock, he cuts it back up inside and forces PJP to take a timeout here with 52 seconds left in the first half. And this first half has been all the Springford Rams.
Absolutely. Last week, they did not put a single point on the board. This week, 31 points in the first half. This is the potential you talk about when you talk about this Rams offense going into the season, what they could do as an offense, what they were able to accomplish. And for them to be able to come out here on senior night, really, they need some help, but it is their season on the line. And if they wanted to play one more game, they had to come out here and give it everything they had and put up something like this right here. So as we watch the out-of-town scoreboard, hoping for the math to be put together perfectly for the Rams to sneak into the district playoffs, they're doing their part right now.
Yeah, for sure. They're able to do what they want, both offensive and defensive.
De Laurentiis going to roll out. He's going to fire. That's going to be caught. However, they're going to fall down short of the first down marker. Important because the clock will not stop unless a timeout is called. And guess what just happened?
They called their second timeout. And that's just what Springford wants. You keep the ball in front, they catch it, just make the tackle. Don't let them have any run after catch, and that's what they did. And Springford again, keep them in front, keep doing what you're doing, get some penetration up front, what you're doing. You see De Laurentiis has to scramble a lot. He has to move around the pocket. He's had to throw on the run. He hasn't been able to get himself real comfortable back there and getting any type of rhythm, and that's due to that defensive front, the Springford Rams.
Defensive front has really come a long way this season. A lot of great stories on the defensive front. Talked about Mark Schaefer a little bit earlier, Noah Silva, David Giangilio, originally just the long snapper. Appeared like he wasn't going to get a lot of playing time on that defensive line, really earned it back early in this season. Had a good string of games early on, got him back on the field a lot. Clarence Thomas putting up some big numbers, and Benzi Archenge has been a force in the middle for the Rams.
Yeah, he might be the biggest defensive tackle in the league, right?
This one, De Laurentiis, as we give him praise, he sneaks away from all of them. He's got running room. He's going to try and bounce out of bounds, and he will. Huge play for De Laurentiis. Huge play for BJP. Get themselves in scoring position with 32 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you can see he looked at his first receiver, felt the pressure, and was able to turn it right up and split a trio of defensive linemen and able to turn this upfield for a huge gain and gets them in the scoring position with 32.9 seconds left in the first half. Again, so you don't want any receivers slipping behind you. They're down to their last timeout, so any tackle in bounds here really takes some time off the clock and really will put hopefully a stall to this drive.
Can't tell you know much about their kicking game, but where this comes into play is he's going to find Bilstein. Beautiful play design right there. However, Bilstein's not going to get out of bounds. Did he pick up the first down?
They call their last time out.
Yeah, they're going to get him just short of the mark.
They stopped the clock to move the sticks here.
No, they will get a first down. I thought they were going to give him just short of the mark. 26.2 seconds remaining. Got to wait for the sticks to get ready. Now they'll get the clock running. And now De Laurentiis looking, firing to the outside. And this is going to be pulled down. Was he actually down? They're going to rule him down. Didn't know if he rolled over Colby Goldsmith right there. Oh, incomplete. What do we got here? We have the umpire. We're going to have a little bit of a meeting right here. Stopping with 12.7. This works in Pope John Paul.
I think
they're
going to tell the clock to reset here. We'll take a look at this. I think he never really had control over it. He fell down. They ruled it incomplete. And they're going to communicate up here to the press box to possibly point.
It looks like we're going to go with second. Looks like we're going to go second and 10. So they're going to rule it incomplete with the clock stopping at 16 seconds.
Right, and that makes sense. That's the right call. Get it right. All right, so again, Springford, you want to keep him out of the end zone, keep everything in front, and tackle him. They're down to one more timeout. And here it is.
Now
set.
They're going to go 5 wide. De Laurentiis has shown his ability to run, and he has a chance to do that. Second and 10. He's in the gun. He is going to run. Noah Silva going to grab onto him. Not quite going to be able to bring it down. He tries to bounce to the outside. He slides down. And we're going to get a timeout with 8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Springford ran down in the middle of the field.
Yes, we do have a ram down. Pope John Paul called a timeout.
Not sure what happened in the middle. We were trying to figure out what player went down in the middle. I'm not sure if that is. I don't want to announce the wrong name here. Good news is he is
looks like Simeon Little being helped off by Noah Silva. As he is going to get his way off the field. Changed his name from 59 to 6 as he started to get more involved in the offense. Trying to bring back kind of a tight end that was lacking this year. Last year, Lee Albert, big target for the Rams at tight end. They sort of wrote the tight end out of the playbook this year. And they didn't really have one that was established. Simeon Little showed himself the past couple weeks as someone they could put on offense. He worked his way in for today.
It was an interesting play call, by the way. One timeout left. They called a QB draw, and that maybe they wanted to catch Springford off guard, but the way they were moving the football by throwing, you would think they would have taken a couple shots in the end zone, but now they're forced to with no more timeouts left and just 8 seconds on the clock.
3rd and 7 baffles me, the play call, but here he's going to get a throw. He's going to go to the end zone. You're going to have guys colliding. That one's going to be incomplete. They had 3 Rams coming over to help out. It looked like Nick Yuba, Cole Trogger, and Stephen Brill all standing over there.
He had his mitts on it. I mean, this could have been a reception. Nice job. See if the Spring-Ford defender came over and knocked it down. And yes, it did come up from behind. Good job by Yuba.
Yes,
To knock that down. Great play. Great help out. Peeled off his man.
Yeah.
Saw the ball in the air. Great play on the ball.
His
Good ball
eyes the whole
skills.
time. Talk about having one eye on your guy, one eye on the ball. A very difficult thing to do. Right
Yeah,
there, he did to
absolutely.
perfection. And De Laurentiis in the gun. He's back. He is looking, and Giangulio giving chase. Giangulio coming back, giving chase. A lot of chase being given here. And they're going to fire across the end zone. It's caught. They find a hole in the Rams defense, and as the clock runs out, we have a touchdown for PJP.
Wow. That's all you can say about that one. De Laurentiis really finding time, really no pressure. Springford sitting back in coverage, and he's able to just take his time, pick through, keep his eyes downfield. Great job of scrambling and finding an open receiver in the end zone.
I believe that was Daniel Sereno, if I am correct, over the middle, number 20, as the extra point is up. It is good, as we should be heading to halftime. We have a flag. Now, this time I was a little hesitant to call out the flag, given prior experiences with just assuming there is one.
See what they'll call
The
is here.
umpire will
It's
come
coming
on out
here.
and tell us what's going on. There's a personal foul on Springford. Following that, I think they're going to bring that out on the kickoff, but following the extra point, we got a personal foul on Springford, which will come into play when we get to the second half.
Well, here we're going to end this on this replay where he has all kinds of time. Looks left, looks right, rolls back out to the right. You know, good pursuit. You know, there's nothing you can do with him scrambling. He's able to find his teammate wide open, Sereno, in the end zone. You called that. Sometimes real tough to see their numbers up here in the press box. But dominant half by Springford, only giving up those last points in the last play of the second half. But overall, incredible first half by Springford.
Very solid first half there for Springford, as they will head into halftime leading 31-7. I thought quite a bit on the line tonight as we've been watching the scoreboards. Regardless, here at Coach McNally Stadium, we have all the action for you on RCTV. For Mr. Pence, I'm Ray Dunn, and we will have the second half for you when it kicks off right here on Ram Country TV.
May I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Welcome back to Coach McNally Stadium, here for RCTV's presentation of the Springford Rams taking on the Pope John Paul II Golden Panthers in the Pack crossover game. It's senior night, a lot going on here, but we're going to show you what happened in the first half Take it away, Mr. Pence.
Yeah, we can see here on the first touchdown, Pergene, they have a great play call on 3rd and long. He slips out for the screen pass, and DeFrancesco, he knows what to do. Good block on the kick-out block on the outside, is able to take that in for the first score of the night on Springford's first possession. Like we said, they needed to start off on a good note, start hot, and they did right there.
How about Noah Silva pulling out all the tricks tonight? Silva came in motion, took the snap, looks like he's going to run. Nope, just kidding. He fires that to James Albert for the touchdown. Probably something he's only ever done in the backyard.
Yeah, here again, we talked about the offensive front line able to give TJ a lot of time. He's able to scramble out, find Bonani on the outside. He's able to turn it up the field and take it in for a touchdown to increase Springford's lead at that time to 21-0.
Starts the celebration right here, dancing all around. Getting the guys on the sideline hype. Springford led it as much as 31-0, all the way to the final seconds of that first half. And then right here, UJP, he's scrambling, he's firing, and Daniel Serino going to just flash open across the middle. He catches the touchdown right there. And that's how the first half ended. Play right there. It puts us at the 31-7 score we've got right here. The Rams look not much like the team lost 33-0.
Total turnaround.
Last week, too.
Total turnaround, and that's what we wanted to see. Coach Brubaker, I'm sure, challenged his players all week long. Are you committed? Are you going to put in the time? Are you going to give me the prep work for this game? And I'd have to say it's a resounding yes. They come out here and executed really well. They played good fundamental football. They really didn't have many mistakes. You know, that game last week was full of them. Lots of flags on the field, and today they played a really clean first half, and they need to continue that into the second half.
All right, well, in the second half, one of the mistakes of that first half is going to come to bite them here in the second half. If you're wondering why the kickoff team is going to be so far to the right on your screen, there was a personal foul on Springford on the extra point of that final touchdown. So now Taylor Smith, who has been consistently knocking them inside the 5-yard line, well, he's going to be pushed back 15 yards. So a chance for some really good starting field position for the Golden Panthers as we get ready to kick off here.
Yeah,
at
and that's
Coach
not the way
McNally
you want.
Stadium.
You know, obviously you don't want to give up that touchdown on the last play of the second half, but you certainly don't want to give PJP any life. And you know, they could get some here, and they're going to start off a good field position right away, just about at midfield to start the second half.
And that was about the same distance of what he would have done at the 5-yard line. However, you translate that about up 15 yards. Instead of starting about the 30, they're starting just past the 45-yard line. Nice short field for them as they try and get back into this game.
Yeah, and if you're PJP, you know, after being down 31-0, now they're optimistic. They want to climb their way back in here, you know, get a touchdown, maybe get some momentum cut in the second half. But now it falls in the laps of the Springford Rams defense, which has really done a nice job of getting some pressure on De Laurentiis. Let him escape a couple of times, but we said he's shifty, he's athletic, he's a playmaker, and they just got to be able to keep him in the pocket.
And we're starting off with some laundry being thrown all over the field. That is a false start. And the Golden Panthers going to be pushed back. Well, not exactly how you want to start the comeback.
No, not at all. If you took a look at that ref on the near side, that might have been the biggest yellow flag I've ever seen flying through the air. That guy had to roll it up and fold it about 6 times to be able to fit it into his belt. That was a very huge flag. Can't miss that one.
As De Laurentiis going to toss this one out to Natali. He's going to try and pick up what they lost. He will get about halfway to doing so. They're stopped short of the 44-yard line. It'll be second and about 12.
Yeah, good job here by the Springford front. Able to string this one out wide as it looked like he had it sealed. Good job of stepping up on the outside by Uba, and it was able to hold them to a short gain, and it brings on second and I would call it 12.
Yeah. David Giangilio also got his hands on the running back right there. He got De Laurentiis in the shotgun. He's back. He's looking. He's firing over the middle. He's got a man. He's got Serino. A first down. And wow, he was wide open just pulling through that line. However, he is going to limp off.
Yeah, the linebackers were trying to get some depth here. They were playing a cover two, had 2 men deep. He was able to find that seam just over the linebacker, but in front of the 2 safeties for a good gain on second down by PJP, as we see a PJP player down on the far sideline, as you can see him getting up. Hopefully it was just a cramp or
Sereno attempted to
minor
limp his
bruise.
way off. Could not. Trainer comes out to him, helps him up to his feet, and now he's able to get himself off the field. Looks like it might just be a cramp. That's what we hope for. Get you an update as soon as we can. Our updates are pretty much limited to he's back on the field.
That's
no,
all
he's
we've
not.
got.
So we'll
And
let
as
you know
far-
when he takes the field again.
And unfortunately, as far as seeing him on the other side of the sideline, I have no shot at doing that.
Yeah,
And the numbers on that side with their, like we said before earlier in the broadcast, their yellow numbers on the white jerseys are almost impossible to see
Sometimes.
from up here.
We got a draw play, and that's going nowhere. That's
Great
Nick
job.
Del Romano, Ben DiArcangelo, swarming the ball carrier and dragging him back for a loss.
Yeah, it was great penetration. Good job of standing there. The man right across mano a mano, able to stand him up and stop him there for a loss on the play. Now bring up a 2nd and 14 for the Golden Panthers.
Now we are going to have De Laurentiis take the snap in the shotgun. He's firing to the far sideline. Not completing that one. James Albert on the coverage. We will now have a 3rd and long. Big opportunity for the Rams to get themselves off the field. Turn it back over to that offense that has had a stellar evening so far.
Yeah, if we're talking over a replay here, it's because unfortunately we don't have any signal in our monitor. Again, experiencing some trouble up here. So if it's up there and we're talking over it, we apologize. Hopefully we'll get it back up and running soon, just like we did in the first half. And our crew here, our producer and all our camera friends at RCTV bringing this awesome production.
Here we go. De Laurentiis being chased down. Stephen Brill not giving up yet. Now it's Claire's Thomas going to try and get to him. They pushes him out of bounds. And just runs out of green grass.
Boy,
No,
the
losing
speed and
about a
quickness
yard.
of De Laurentiis is pretty impressive on that play. He was really being chased down, and he's quick, and you can see it there. But it'll bring up a 4th down and long for PJP.
I don't think this team subscribes much to the to honoring missed tackles. However, Stephen Brill right there, real hustle, coming after De Laurentiis. Fortunately for Brill, De Laurentiis was able to sneak on out. And now we are looking at a 4th and 17 in which PJP will attempt to pick this one up. Rams.
Well, at this point, you don't have a choice. Then being down 31-7 in the second half, you certainly need a lot more production offensively.
De Laurentiis firing over the middle. That's not going to be enough. Catch is made, and Colby Goldsmith coming up with the tackle. That will be Rams football, as they will take over about the 35-yard line following a strong defensive stand by the
As we can
Rams.
see on the replay right there, as we got our feedback. Good job of keeping the ball in front, and more importantly, once he catches the ball, bring him to the turf. No chance to get a 1st down on that play. And that will bring on the Springford Rams offense that put up 31 points in the first half with their first drive of their second half, and hopefully they can continue to move the football and keep control of this football game.
Yep. And what we neglected to mention on Perjean's pass to Benani, that 3rd touchdown broke the tie. He is now the 2nd all-time on Springford's list as he hands this one off to DiFrancesco. Gets up close to the 40-yard line. About 5 on that one. 2nd and a long 5.
De Laurentiis, De Francesco, he was able to cut that up inside for a good gain of 5 yards on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Rams.
A long-time record holder for the Rams, Lance Viola, now sits 3rd all-time in passing touchdowns per Gene with 3 in the first half. Noah Silva put himself on that all-time passing touchdowns list with 1, as he and the rest of the offensive line right there jumping forward.
And again, we can see that. Well, we don't have a shot of it on our screen, but we're just above the 40-yard line. You can see the size of that penalty flag that's laying there. Guy could run that thing through a whole car wash of cars to get them clean. It's how big it is, and that'll push the Rams back, and they'll lose everything they gained on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Rams after that penalty.
Rams will get going here again. E.J. Pergine in the gun. This is rare, only having 2 receivers on the field for the Rams. And Pergine going to take a little bootleg action, run it, and he picks up about 1.
Looks like he was able to get the edge there, and had a good block downfield, and it might be a flag on the play.
There is another big flag line
So
down
probably,
there.
I'm going to imagine here it's going to be holding on spring forward, but it looked like he's going to be able to get the edge. Number 5 for PJP does a real nice job of securing it as Justin Matilla, and possibly holding on spring forward, so they might, unfortunately, be moving the wrong direction. No, that call went.
I believe they were going to get
in spring forward's favor.
Pope John Paul there with late hit. It appeared as if when Pergine got to the ground, a second Pope John Paul player came and hit him towards his head with his shoulder. I'm not so sure it was quite the correct call. However, the Rams will take full advantage of it here. Fakes the handoff to DeFrancesco. He's being chased. He's rolled out. He's firing towards the sideline. Simeon Little there. Tyler Edwards there. A couple of PJP defenders. And the ball ends up almost hitting Taylor Smith on the sideline.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive throw on the run by Pergine, as he's limping a little bit on the contact that he received after the throw. But good job of scrambling, keeping the play alive, keeping his eyes downfield. And I originally, when he threw that ball, I thought he was just kind of trying to throw it away, and it was actually almost called on the sideline. Would have been one fantastic play, but unable to connect. Avoided a sack, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Rams.
Pergine in the gun. Going to hand this one off to DeFrancesco. Always a nice plan as he breaks away, picking up the 1st down. Gets all the way down to the 33-yard line. It's just more of the same for the Rams offense.
Yeah. Offensive line doing an outstanding job on the right side. Again, we got Beg, we got Romano, we have some receivers blocking downfield, and we can just see the speed of DeFrancesco once he gets to the outside, can really turn it on, just running by some PJP defenders that appeared to have the angle on him, but could not make it to tackle on him until he's 10, 12 yards downfield.
Pergine again. Going to be in the gun. Liking this set so far, Albert, and they try the misdirection to Albert again. This time, very successful. Picks up 12. The first time they ran it, not so much. However, another 1st down for the Rams.
I like how he finished this run. Hopefully, we can get a replay of this. You can see Albert put his head down and just laid the wood to a PJP defender to, gain 10 yards and a 1st down for the Rams. Good hard-nosed running up inside by Albert.
That's what he looked like he was going to be for the Rams. When they do turn to him to run the ball, he's a big-bodied individual, knock guys over, fall forward. As he now goes out in the slot. Pergine going to hand it off to DeFrancesco. Francesco, nice little shifty move. Gets about 4.
Good gain on 1st down. Again, blocking well executed up front. They're able to push the PJP defenders, and you can see the patience of DeFrancesco there. He hides in between, behind the lineman. It has to be tough for the defenders to come up and even be able to see him until he's 3-4 yards, on the ground, and picks up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for spring forward.
Pergine firing over the middle. This is Simeon Little. Remember, only injury updates we can give you is where they come back on the field. He came back on the field and playing that tight end position. Gets the Rams a 1st down, as now they're moving on down the field.
Nice play there. Good job. Again, execution up front. Good blocking up front gives Pergine time to get Little on that out route. Good positive pickup. Be 1st and goal for the spring forward Rams.
Pergine again. We got a one-on-one matchup over here with Edwards. Instead, they're just going to hand it off. And DeFrancesco this time, not much room to run.
No, not at all. Good penetration there the left side by PJP. You can see here that, a couple linebackers are able to slip through, read the run, and, shut that play down for probably a 1 or 2 yard loss. That'll bring up 2nd and goal for Springford from the 10-yard line.
And they're keeping with this set. It's kind of a little bit of retro. I guess it can't be retro if it was last year, but definitely not indicative of the offense we've seen so far for the Rams. Is Pergine's going to fire over the middle. I don't know whether he was looking for Albert, maybe Little. Seemed a bit too far ahead to be targeting Edwards. However, regardless of whoever was being targeted, that one falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 10.
Yeah, so 3rd and goal, still not bad. You want to get some positive yards on this play. Maybe put yourself. We see Smith over here on the sideline warming up for a field goal, but you get down inside the 2-3 yard line. Maybe Brubaker will go for it at that point. But I'd imagine if they don't get positive yards here, we'll see a field goal attempt.
Taking a snap. He's looking. He's firing over the middle. That one just off the hands. Incomplete. And we will now have 4th down. Decision time as the long snapper David Gingilio jots onto the field. That's telling me we're going to have a field goal opportunity. And while they get... We got the field goal earlier. You mentioned earlier that he needed 2 to tie the season record of 7 field goals in the season. So no pressure, Taylor. However...
Yeah, this is for the school record. And this will be right down the middle. He's been Mr. Steady Eddie, Mr. Consistency all year with that right foot of his, and they've been executing. We have a stop of play. We have the sideline warning against Pope John Paul. The official announces to us, and now we'll get going. Next one will be a 15-yard penalty on them.
And that is Taylor Smith. He puts it through and ties the record for most field goals in a season by a Springford kicker. That's number 7 on the year, and the Rams are now up 34-7.
Yeah, good opening drive. Springford unfortunately stalled down in there when they had 1st and goal to go, but they moved the ball down the field again. Mixing in passing, running. Unable to execute on some of the on the plays down there inside the red zone, but we're able to come away with 3 points, and that's what you want. Take time off the clock, get points on the board, and now they're ready to send their defense back on the game, which is back into the game, which has been playing well all night long.
Absolutely. And the out-of-town scoreboard's telling us that it's still 30-14 Ridley over Upper Darby. Ridley behind Springford, Upper Darby right ahead. And Perkiomen and Valley 37, Pottsgrove 13. Wow. Pottsgrove self-destructing, a lot of mistakes. Basically, the story I've been told so far, if you have Perkiomen and Valley as your defense special teams in fantasy high school football, you're doing great tonight. They forced a safety. They've got a couple touchdowns. As this one goes short, Taylor Smith, Nick Yuba up there to make a play. He's going to take him down with a little bit of help. And the Rams now will turn to their defense. Up by 27 here on senior night at Coach McNally Stadium.
Yeah, very good showing both offensive and defensively. Like we said, controlling that line of scrimmage. They've been doing that all night. And, we know PJP is going to come out here throwing and, try to get some points on the board. They want to take some positives from this game. We as we talk, we know they made the 4A district playoffs, so they want to get something going offensively and kind of build momentum going into their game next week. You don't want to be stagnant or throw in the towel here. You got to work on something and find something that works.
They're going to get pressure right away. However, he's going deep. He's got Bearden fighting with Leo Van Holtz on the sideline. You see that swing of the arms. That means incomplete.
Yeah, Van Holtz, he did a real nice job of staying with him step for step on the sideline and, turning and locating that football. And he was going deep the whole time. You could see it here. De Laurentiis is able to get some air under that ball and just out and past the fingertips of his receiver for an incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for PJP.
De Laurentiis has taken a couple of deep shots. Not much success so far for them on those deep looks.
He's not afraid to throw the ball down.
Handing this one off. Bilstein gonna try and get somewhere. Silva doesn't quite get him, slows him up though, and allows Ben DiArcangelo to take him down. The 3rd and 9.
Yeah, good pursuit there by Springford. You know, turn them back inside. DiArcangelo is able to come and make the tackle and limit them to a half-yard gain on 2nd down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for PJP. This is right where you want to be, a defensive unit. Keep them in 3rd and long situations.
It had been rough early in the season for the Rams getting off the field on 3rd down. We got a jump on the Rams side. I don't know if anyone on PJP moved. No, they will get someone on PJP for false start. I'm going to say they drew Giangiulio and Silva into moving, and that's 5 yards back. So instead of 3rd and long, it's 3rd and extra long here.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've had several preset penalties tonight, and it's kind of put them in the hole, put them in those 3rd and long situations. And it's tough to play out of that hole. We know De Laurentiis coming in is a playmaker, but you can only do so much when you're put in these types of situations. And, you know, all Springford has to do right now is pin your earbacks and try to have a party at the quarterback.
And De Laurentiis going to take the snap. 4 guys rushing. Silva going to get to him, but he can't bring him down. Now he's running. He's loose. He's got a 1st down. He's got more. He's up to the 50-yard line before he's brought down by Leo Van Holtz. And
wow, some deceptive speed by De Laurentiis on that play where he's able to step up in the pocket and is able to elude 2 pass rushers. Unfortunately, just tried to get a little bit of an arm tackle. Worley weren't in position to really cut him down, but the speed of De Laurentiis and the playmaking ability gets him a big play on 3rd and long.
De Laurentiis back. He's rolling. He's firing, and this one's going to be complete. Bilstein getting down the sideline. He gets a 1st down. And for as inefficient as we saw that Golden Panthers offense earlier on in that 1st half, they've slowly been able to piece stuff together. Remember, they had the drive, then in a fumble. They almost came away with points there. And, of course, the drive at the end of the 1st half that resulted in a touchdown. So life on the Golden Panther sideline despite being down 27.
Yeah, they're trying to really pick up the tempo here. They don't have much choice. They're running out of time. They get their quick swing pass to the outside.
Yeah, Natali going to take that one. He gets about 2 or 3. Just quick play right there.
Yeah, and that play, sometimes it makes you wonder why they try to throw that to the short side of the field where there's a timeout in the field. Not sure if there's a player down, official timeout in the field, you know, where they take that to the short side of the field where there's really nowhere, you know, to use your speed to get to the outside in that situation. But a nice job by Springford to be able to limit that to just a 2-yard gain on 1st down.
Trying to look on the other side to tell you who is down on the field. They're down all the way on the sideline. Sitting on the sideline. I believe it is a Springford player.
Okay, now
that
we see
will
it.
be
Somebody moves.
Down over there. Coach Brubaker making his way over there. The training staff making their way over. As the rest of the defense will be coached up here. We're going to take a break here on RCTV as they attend to the injury. We'll be right back after this commercial for more 2nd half action.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And we are back here at Coach McNally Stadium as The injured Ram has been helped to his feet. He is going to walk off now. Now that we can get a number, that's James Albert, number 24, is down on the field. Has had a fantastic season for the Rams. The sophomore mentioned how he can serve as in the future as a power back, and he's really been a force over the middle at linebacker. Good size, good speed. We hope that he will be all right as he limps his way all the way from the Golden Panther sideline to the Spring-Ford sideline. I hope.
At least he's walking off his own power. We can see him limping down here as he gets to the 30.
Now you have your top safety, Pete Agler, hurt 2 weeks ago at homecoming. And now one of your starting linebackers, James Albert, going down. Notice has been banged up a bit the past couple weeks, so a little bit of an injury bug hitting that Rams defense as De Laurentiis is going to take this snap, and he's instantly under pressure. Cole Trier coming after him. He's not going to get him. Clarence Thomas coming over, and he fires. It's intercepted. Leo Van Holtz makes a man miss. Keeps moving. Not quite down yet, and then he's going to get down at the 38-yard line. Leo Van Holtz made it look like he was the intended receiver as we got a flag flying onto the field after that play right there.
Yeah, I think a little extracurriculars after the interception, but man, what a play by De Laurentiis to be able to keep his feet almost like a la Randall Cunningham on that one, a little bit of a stiff arm, and then unfortunately threw an ill-advised pass, and Van Holtz, he said he's right in the right spot and is able to corral that, and with the interception create the third Spring-Ford Ram takeaway on defense. Oh, so we have a personal foul now against the Rams. But anyway, I think that occurred after the interceptions. So it'll be a first down Rams after the turnover.
Play will stand. Rams, however, getting flagged for another personal foul. They'll back them up. Pretty much negates the run back we just had. And as we await the offense, going to bring it up again. There's a lot at stake tonight. Upper Darby closing the gap 38-22 now. They get a touchdown and 2-point conversions. We'll look again right here. Leo Van Holtz getting that interception for the Rams. But Darby and Ridley battling it out. 16th and 18th respectively in the district. Rams sit right between them at 17. In a 16-team bracket, so that battle for the last place. Coming down to the final night.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how it's going to play out. And, it's got to be killing this coaching staff knowing that, they let one slip away last week. Big opportunity there. Came out and laid an egg. And, they came to play tonight, and that's good. Hopefully they'll be able to sneak in. But, Rams here in their second possession.
Gene faking the handoff, and then he gets out of it. Looks like he was going to be taken, and he just gets himself to the sideline. This a smart play by Pergene. I thought for sure he was going down.
Yeah, he did a real nice job of being able to keep his balance. He got almost like he had eyes in the back of his head there and was able to keep his balance. And, fortunately, was able to get that target off his back, which is that missile was coming in to drill him.
Metalla
just able to get away from it.
Metalla looked like he eased up a little bit right there. That blindside hit, it almost seemed as if he was ready to lay the shoulder, knock him down, and just didn't. And Pergene was able to capitalize off that, felt the pressure. Luckily got himself out of there. He's going to hand this one to DeFrancesco, who bounces outside. He's going to keep the ball moving outside, cuts back in, and that is a Spring-Ford Rams first down. Look at this one more time. He's just able to bounce himself on outside.
Yeah,
keeps on moving.
Good blocking on the outside, on the right side. Good little cut there by DeFrancesco. Was able to turn it upfield with a nice positive play for Spring-Ford to get that first down. And again, Rams are driving, looking good on the offensive line. That's the key to their drives all night long.
Pergene back. He's got pressure. Now he's scrambling. He's rolling. Oh, we got a little block there from Mitchell Vagnozzi. He's able to take a hit right there and push it about to the 43. We'll have a 2nd and 6 when play commences again.
Yeah, nice job of him. Nice pocket presence, feeling that pressure coming up. Nice block by Vagnozzi. Nice job not only to avoid the sack and a negative play, but not to force anything down the field where you're going to turn the ball over. You want to keep this ball in your possession and run some time off the clock.
key right there, not going out of bounds. Is he's firing, and he's got DeFrancesco on the screen. Francesco makes a move. Now he's cutting back. He's cutting to the outside. Can he break the tackle? Not quite. He's going to get down past the 40-yard line to the 37. And the Rams have another first down.
Yeah, nice screen play again. Looked very similar to the one where they scored the touchdown in the first quarter in the first drive of the game. Nice job by Pergine lowering that defense to him. And then Dave Francesco, we know that the speed that he has, he's able to do a lot in open space, and it gives another Rams another first down, keeps the chains moving.
DJ Pergine in the gun, firing. This time it is going to go out to Mitchell Vagnosi, who's running down the sideline. He's got a block. He's going to cut it back, try and get some more. He keeps on chugging. Not too shabby right there.
Nice job by Mitchell Vagnosi. Little shake and bake, little moves after the catch. Nice little play design where they get this quick bubble screen out there in a hurry. They see PJP defenders playing off, and Vagnosi does the rest with his feet. Nice block down the field there by his teammate and his receiver, and he's able to pick up a lot more yards after the catch.
The Redbirds helping him out right there. Bring it down to the 15-yard line. The Rams would like to get back in the end zone. Much you love seeing Taylor Smith come out for those field goals. That's not going to help right there, though. Ryan Angro tripped up for a loss on the screen.
Same play, just the opposite side. And we said that, you know, that Spring Ford likes to run the same play when it's successful, you know, right away. You see they're still using their tempo, high tempo here, not running much time off the clock. But I think Coach Brubaker, once he feels his team's rolling and humming along, he doesn't like to back off in these situations, especially when you get down into the opponent's red zone.
TJ Pergine going to send a man in motion. That's Vagnosi. He'll take the snap, and he'll hand this one off to DeFrancesco. DeFrancesco churning his legs. Picks up about 5.
Good run on first down. Get some positive yardage. You know, trying to wear this front out. As we can see on the right side, again, we got the guard and the tackle pulling from the opposite side. A little bit of a trap play. DeFrancesco shows a little bit of power there. Puts his head down, gets some of the tough yards after contact, and that'll bring up about 3rd and 6. And they are right at the 11-yard line.
Pergine in the gun. DeFrancesco to his right. He's going to fire to Edwards. That's incomplete. He tried to run with it before he had it. Never quite got full possession of that one.
PJP kind of sniffed that one out. It's the 3rd consecutive time they go into that quick bubble screen. As you can see there, the ball was clearly incomplete. Never had control over it. You know, sometimes you got to hand it to the defensive side of the football there. He read that play beautifully and was able to break it up, and that'll bring on Smith for his 3rd field goal attempt of the evening, and trying to take sole possession of that record we've been talking about tonight.
Yes, most field goals in a single season. He can knock this one through. Snap will be from James Julio. The hold will be by Vagnosi. And the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good. He now owns the single season record for field goals by a Spring Ford kicker. His 8th on the season. Taylor Smith back after a week away from the team, picking up right where he left off, knocking one through the upright. And now he's got an opportunity to pin Pope John Paul deep and hopefully set this defense up for some success.
There's something to be said to have a good field goal kicker, but you like to see touchdowns in that situation, especially when you get down, you know, inside the opponent's 10-yard line. But it is nice, a nice weapon to have. Smith back there that's able to, you know, knock those field goals down, especially in tight games, you know, and have the confidence in him. He's very smooth back there. The snap's good, the hold's good. The operation has been flawless tonight from the special teams. And you got to hand it to it. Special teams been playing well tonight. Except, do we have a special teams on the punt side? I don't think we've had one of those tonight.
I don't think we have. That's always a nice thing to have.
Absolutely. It's always nice when your special teams, your punt team has an off night.
Yes.
You don't want to be wearing out your punter's leg for sure.
Punter, however, would also be Taylor Smith. Occasionally they'll run a little play where Pergine drops back a couple steps to make the defense think they might be going for it, but Pergine will punt it away. Smith kicks this one off, and pretty much right where he's put all of them. back into that corner. This one gets up to about the 10. Van Holt's giving chase. He's not going to get him. Instead, it will be number 31, Blaze Scarcelli, taking him down. Of course, Blaze, the younger brother of Stone Scarcelli. One of the best wide receivers we've seen come through this program. Walked on at Marshall this year. Had a nice camp, a little bit of an injury. However, look for great success for him in the future. He's right up there in the tops of the list. I'm sure Blaze would like to follow in that path to success.
Yeah, and that's where it starts. You know, young guy, you want to make your mark known on special teams, get down there, hustle on special teams, make a couple tackles. Next thing you know, you might be able to see a couple plays on maybe offense or defense, but you want to show the coaches something, and that's a good positive play for Blaze.
And Billson gonna get it right there, and he's gonna take that all the way up to the 35-yard line. They're gonna start moving the chains.
Yeah, we haven't seen many runs from PJP lately, and you know, maybe they will. They'll just kind of work on some things, maybe work on some trap plays we see here, running off tackle to the right, and you know, like I said, they're not going to win this game, let's face it, but they want to put some positive things on tape, something they can build off of next year, or I should say next week going into the playoffs for them. But you know, Springford wants to dig deep. They don't want to give up any more points in this game. They want to continue firing all cylinders. We see an inside handoff on first down from PJP.
Out. This will help right here. This play right here is Bilstein going to get it, and he's just going to see the Rams come after him. Simeon Lilla in there on the tackle. Help, of course, across the board right there.
Yeah, we've been hearing his name a lot tonight. He's been playing a great football game on both sides of the football.
He missed some time with injury, too. That just shows what type of game he's having. As we get under a minute left here in the third quarter. In the gun. De Laurentiis takes the snap. He's looking, Little going to get loose, Little chasing. Now it's Clarence Thomas going to get to him, and he's going to toss that one off. Oh, he gets a little spin move on D'Arcangelo. Flag on the play, but that play went nowhere.
That was a lot of action for very little, and probably it's going to end up being a hold on PJP after all that. But De Laurentiis able to avoid the sack and get that ball off is pretty amazing. You can just see quite how good of an athlete he really is as we await the call on the field by the official. And it might have been a face mask on Springford, unfortunately.
Umpire coming out again. We'll take another look at this. Oh, it does appear like Thomas does get a piece of his face mask. And big emphasis in the PIAA this year, really the past few years, on contact anywhere near the helmet.
Yeah,
your hand gets caught anywhere up in there, you're going to get that 15 yards. And if you hit the helmet, that's a whole nother story. So a lot.
He didn't yank on it, but his hand was there. He didn't grasp on it, but it was enough to move De Laurentiis' head down a little bit, and the ref was there to make the right call.
Bilstein, he's going to get nothing. About 1, maybe 2, depending on the spot, as the clock should run out for the third quarter. I don't know how fast they're trying to run this play. It doesn't seem like fast enough, as we will get to the end of the third quarter here. Springford's up 37-7. We will take it to a quick commercial break and bring you back for the fourth quarter of senior night here at Coach McNally Stadium on RCTV.
What are you, superheroes?
Just 4 brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
going to get De Laurentiis in the gun to start this fourth quarter here at Coach McNally Stadium as he hands this one off to Natali, who's going to fight his way towards a first down. He's going to come close to it, but be short by about 2 yards. The Rams up 37-7 as we kick off this fourth quarter. A lot going right tonight for Springfield.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot going right. They're playing well both sides of the football. At this point in time, you don't want to give up any big plays. Make them, earn it. Make some short tackles, gang tackle, and at this point, with Coach Brew, you want to get out of here with no injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. This one is going to be handed off to Natali. He's taken off, and no one's going to catch him. That's going to be a touchdown for the Golden Panthers as BJP radio celebrates over here. 37-13 now.
Well, as I said, we don't want to give up any big plays.
Yes.
It's like the old announcers jinx, and I certainly did that on that particular play. And their run was a run off to the left tackle, and once he passed the line of scrimmage, there was nobody home there for Springford. Whether or not somebody missed an assignment, somebody, they were doing a stunt left and nobody filled in that hole behind them. I'm not sure, but certainly not something you want to see happen on the Springford sideline, is giving up a big play in this situation. PJP is going to go for 2.
PJP going for 2. Springford, late man to run on now. Coach Brubaker going to take a timeout. He did not like the look he saw right there for the Rams as Pope John Paul looked to go for 2. Down 24 points, kicking off this fourth quarter. Well, tonight we don't have a final stat count on Justin DeFrancesco, but he definitely eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark. He also had a chance to move in the top 20 all-time for a single season in rushing with a 100-yard game, 106-yard game would tie him for the 20th spot, and then, of course, moving up from there. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he got to that 100-yard mark.
I would say he is. He is right at that mark. He's had a fantastic game, both in the receiving aspect as well as rushing. And he owes that to his offensive line. They have done a phenomenal job, and hopefully he has certainly eclipsed that mark, and hopefully we can find out here by the end of the night. But he has certainly had himself a great football game as PJP lines up for 2.
Look at this fantastic camera angle he got right going here on the goal line as they're going to roll out. De Laurentiis, he's going to be chased. Thomas misses the tackle. Now Brill coming after him. He's just going to roll back. Oh, he's got an open man. He's got Bilstein who falls. Bilstein going to just be swallowed up. He's going to be swallowed up, and that's going to wrap that play up.
Man, what an athlete De Laurentiis is.
Seriously.
He's a magician back there. And I mean, if it wasn't for him, this game would not even be close. He just can make all kinds of plays and has given the Springford Rams some fits back there. But, you give him credit. He's still battling as we look at this run right up the gut, and there's just nobody home for Springford. We can see the speed of Natali is able to take that in to give PJP their second touchdown of the game.
Goldsmith and DeFrancesco both giving chase on that one. But now, Rams might be looking for an onside kick here. Interesting to see how they'll go with this one, where they bring out what you call the hands team. The best hands on the team get out there.
Be aware, and I'm sure you see the huddle here as we're focusing on a good camera angle. Unfortunately, in this cool night, a lot of these stands are packed at the beginning of the game. They're making an early exit, maybe going to get some hot chocolate at home. But the coaches out there making them aware that they're look for a possible onside kick, and it looks like they are keeping some people deep. So maybe they're not expecting it here, but I'm sure has been mentioned as Vagnosi brings it up, bring 5 across there on the 50, bringing some more guys up. So maybe they are looking for it, but what does PJP have to lose at this point in time?
Another reason why there might have been an early exit, it is after 9 o'clock, half-price appetizers at the Applebee's in Royersford.
That's a good point.
As a consumer of those myself, I don't support leaving the game early, but I understand that one, as this one's kicked right into the arms of Thomas. He'll have it, and the Rams will take over on offense.
Yeah, but not a textbook onside kick. You didn't get the big bounce, kind of rolled right through the middle there, easily corralled by Thomas. And then Springford will start this drive in the fourth quarter. It was very good field position and possibly tacking on more points to their lead.
We got the Taylor Smith record. He was able to break the record for field goals, so I want to say congratulations to him, but I would prefer not to see him at the end of this possession. I would like to see the Rams punch one in here, get another touchdown. They've had a little bit of trouble the past couple of drives, finishing it off, really getting it into the end zone.
Yeah, they kind of sputtered down inside the red zone. That's the scoring zone. That's where you want to come away with points and not field goals. And yeah, there's a saying out there, the more field goals you kick, the closer you are to losing because you're leaving 4 points on the field every time.
There's DeFrancesco. That's the handoff. He'll get about 2. As Pope John Paul covers that one up nicely.
I mean, certainly not in this case. It's always good to come away with points, but when you can put up 4 more, when you're down inside the opponent's 10-yard line, you certainly want to see that going on. So we're looking for them maybe run out the clock here, maybe run the football and take as much time off the clock as they can.
Broadcaster Jinx will tell you that in the gun right now, Virginia's about to throw a deep one, since you said they were going to run it.
Yeah, exactly.
As he'll send Vagnosi in motion, take the snap, and hand it off to DeFrancesco. I guess you don't have the broadcaster jinx as bad as I do. Backs that one up a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
Now what do? Do they throw the ball to try to gain that first down, or do they keep it on the ground? Well, I want to see them keep the change moving. You got a lot of penetration up front there from the PJP defensive line, and we haven't seen much of that in this game. But when you know the team's going to run, they're going to stack the box a little bit, bring their tackles in, bring their ends in, and kind of trying to clog that middle.
That's Bergine. Going to be in the gun for this one. I'm looking for a pass here to keep the drive alive. He fires it to Angro. Angro going to have some space. However, he's tackled nicely from behind right there by Pope John Paul II.
Looked like Angro had an opportunity there. You split the defenders here. Nice block on the outside. Nice play by number 1 there. Bildstein was able to bring him down short of the first down marker, bring on 4th down here.
Now we're looking at that player. Pagine drops back a couple steps to punt it away. As he will. He's had a good foot this year, knocking this one down inside 20. Takes a Pope John Paul II bounce. Gets to about the 22 before it's down, and now the Golden Panthers will have a chance to take it over with just over 9 minutes remaining on the clock.
Yeah, you would like to see a little bit more of a favorable bounce there by Pugine, but at that point you want to get it off. You don't want any mistakes, no block punts, no ball going the other direction for an easy score. Make them go the length of the field and earn it.
22, you don't get the pretty stat of having one more punt inside the 20, but
yes.
Basically where you want to see it end up. You can't get inside the 20, just there. Right there with the unfavorable bounce will be nice for you. Rams will look to hold them one more time and really put this one ice. This one gets to Billstein. He's got nowhere to go. Billstein going to be dropped in the backfield. Stephen Brill coming over there. All kinds of Springport players getting to him. Silva down. He's going to be helped up by Giangiulio. All good right there. And you can see just swarming the ball. Simeon Little gets there. Noah Silva standing over there. Stephen Brill helping out.
And that's what you want to see, the pursuit, swarming to the ball. Good hustle with all the Springford Rams on that play. You can see even PJP kind of slowed things down. They understand that they're not going to come back. They're actually huddling and not really going up tempo.
The Redis hand it off to Natali. He's going to try and cut back. He has no chance. Solid upfield tackling right there by the Rams, just getting downfield, getting to him. Yeah, it is interesting to see them huddling, working on stuff for future games. We take a look at this one more time.
Yeah, great pursuit there. Great job of sealing off the edge, and is able to get them for a tackle for a loss.
Number 88, Orkfritz, gonna get him with a tackle. He's coming for the injured James Albert. going to get a man in motion. De Laurentiis takes the snap. Now he's going to look to down the middle of the field. It's intercepted.
Nice play.
Intercepted right there. Springford going to start bringing that one down the sideline. Tyler Edwards, his second interception of the day. Hey, what about a replacement there at safety?
Wow, that was an impressive play. That's ball hawking right there. I mean, it looked like there was no way he was going to be able to intercept that. Goes up in high, points the ball in traffic, and is able to have a nice return. Sets up Springford Rams inside the red zone and looking to tack on some more points. Incredible play there by Edwards.
Now, as that information's coming through, we still have a 36-22 lead. Ridley over Upper Darby. As Upper Darby's playoff hopes, time is running out on them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out. You know, are Springford going to sneak in or not?
A lot of numbers to run. Pergine in the gun. He's back. He's looking over the top to the end zone. It's caught. That is a touchdown for Springford. Tyler Edwards finishing that one off. Gets the interception. And then he goes and gets that touchdown. Pergina's 47th career touchdown pass. His 4th of the night and 20th on the season.
Man, talk about dropping one in the bucket. Well, what a pretty play. You know, has him on the outside and just puts in just a perfect pass up over to the defender. Nothing the defender can do. Right on the money. Touchdown. Pergine and Edwards capping off a fantastic 2-play series right there for the Springford Rams.
Edwards now 6 touchdown grabs on the night, 2 tonight. Taylor Smith is going to get the kick up, and it goes through.
He's money.
44-13. Rams now back up big as we see Tyler Edwards getting into the end zone over the top right there. That's just a couple seniors right there who know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's the way to cap off the night. You know, you have that incredible interception, and then you're able to get that nice pass in the corner of the end zone, and the cheerleaders down here throwing up a lot of footballs tonight with all the scores that Springford Rams are making. We got to work on their arms. Maybe we could catch a couple up here on the booth.
I tried against the game, Boy Scout homecoming. I thought I locked eye contact. I thought I was going to get a nice pass. I ended up seeing someone in the 3rd row. So they definitely have the incentive to try and get up here. It's,
as we can say, the end zone shot of this interception by Edwards. Oh my, what a play. Man, is that a great camera shot by our crew down on the field, RCTV. Incredible play by Edwards. Incredible camera work. Great job for our crew showing that replay for us.
This one going to be kicked off. Taylor Smith going to come get that one. And we're going to have Nick Del Romano trying to take down the ball carrier for the Golden Panthers. A lot of work getting done down there for the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going to say at this point we're going to see a lot of changes offensively and defensively. It looks like PJP might have brought in a whole new crew. You know, at this point it's going to be tough for us to track. Some starters still out there for the Rams. The Archangelo is still out there. We see Mark Schaefer is now in there.
Quite a decent bit still remain.
Okay.
However, you're going to look to see, like you said, filtering through some of the guys. Also want to get some of the seniors who haven't played as much in their careers out on the field. On their senior night, Thomas going to be in there for the stop, and then he's helped by quite a few Rams.
Yeah, clogging up the middle.
Sparky
like
Schaefer.
PJP's just going to, just run some plays here, get some time off the clock. They're not in a hurry, as you see them not huddling. Good penetration by Thomas, is able to corral him and comes in unblocked. And, not that it's an easy play, but it makes it a lot easier when you're not being blocked.
We're going to get Taylor Laurentiis in the gun with just under 7 minutes remaining. Coach John Paul trying to do everything they can to just get something going on offense. They're going to drag the ball carrier down really quickly. And might get one.
Yeah, good job again. Controlling the defensive line of scrimmage and get some penetration. Looks like maybe Schaefer's in on the tackle again. Maybe Thomas on the outside edge pursuing. We have D'Arcangelo, like I said, in there. And, you know, those guys need to make some plays, and they're doing it.
De Laurentiis. Back. He's under pressure. That's because they're going for a screen. That is Natali, and he won't quite get to the first down. Probably 4 down territory here. Down 31 just to try and make the final score look a bit prettier for you. As we look at this play one more time.
At this point, you don't have a choice. You got to, you know, good call here. Caught Springford back on their heels a little bit, and you can see how he finishes this runoff and good physical play, good contact there at the end to bring him down, and that's one of those big time hits at the end of that play. And everybody got up all right.
De Laurentiis gonna take it. He's gonna be chased. That's because they're trying to set something up over the middle. Not gonna complete that one, and now the Rams take over already on Pope John Paul II's side of the scoreboard.
That was good pursuit there. I think even if he does complete that pass, doesn't throw it high, I think the Ram defender's right with him is going to make that tackle short of the line to gain, so it wouldn't have been a first down anyway. Kind of a strange play call on 4th and 4, and you run a 2.5-yard route. But, you know, nonetheless, it'll be Springford football in PJP territory here.
And the word has just come through. It is official. Perkiomen Valley is your 2017 PAC champions. They beat Pottsgrove by a final score of 43-26. Big time game for the Perk Valley defense. Offense at one point in the fourth quarter was under 100 yards for the game, and they still had put up 40-plus points. Kind of incredible. Pergine taking this one from the gun. He's going to hand it off to DeFrancesco. Just going to try and spin out of it. And gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe an extra foot right there.
Yeah, at this point in time, they're just, you know, handing the ball off, looking to, you know, just eat up some clock. But, you know, good job for penetrating. You can see them sending the linebackers up in some stunts and, you know, trying to clog up that middle and take away any type of runs in the middle of this defense, middle of the field here.
Talking about players don't typically get in. Noah Marchetti all the way close to the near sideline, and you got Blaze Scarcelli up to the top to the left is Pergine under pressure, firing Tyler Edwards. That's going to fall incomplete off his hands.
Yeah, a little low there. You can see it kind of get in on him a little bit and hit off his knee. He was unable to corral that in. Low throw, but if we would ask Edwards, say, hey, you think you should have caught that, he would probably admit to us that he did. You know, Pergine put a little heat on that one, but it's a play that, you know, we've seen Edwards make over and over again.
It's nice when, if you're going to have a drop in the game, have it late in the game when you're up by 31.
Yeah. They don't hurt as much.
No. We got a lot of guys on the far sideline. We're only Marchetti and one Pope John Paul defender here. As they're going to shuffle past this one over to Mitchell Vagnosi. Right out of the Andrew Reid playbook right there. Just move a guy in motion and toss it on off. And the Rams.
We might be out of Smith's field goal range at this point.
Just a little bit out of there. So while you're up by 31, you're not going to punt it here.
No,
you're too close and you're too far. Again, the gray area of high school football. So it's not that you're running up a score here if you go for it on 4th down. It's just it's the way it goes. You got to do something.
Yeah, kind of in no man's land. Although, let's see what he lines up to do. Looks like I think he's going to punt this one.
He is. He's going to go deep back there. That's an interesting choice. He's going to try and drop this one towards the end zone, and they're going to down it right at about the 1 to 2 yard line. Keep that one.
Well, we might as well keep that
deep,
special teams thing going.
Yeah.
Good special teams tonight. Field goal unit done that outstanding job. Kickoff coverage, outstanding job. Why not drop one on the 1 yard line here late in the game, up 31?
I mean, why not? Trifecta of success on the special team side, punting, field goals, and kickoffs. So.
Why not get a safety?
I mean,
we've
at
seen
this
it all.
point,
defense created several turnovers. Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard themselves and get a
Come out.
safety.
I formation, tight end to the right side of the formation. He's going to hand this one off to the fullback, who's going nowhere.
Good hit, good stuff. Maybe a gain of 1 after he falls forward after contact, but
Cool
again,
Trogger.
still back there. See if we can get one.
Trogger coming to stop him. The fall forward does get them a yard, so they will get out to the 2-yard line. Still not very safe. 2nd and 9 for a team that would typically be in a position to pass. Just try and work the ball down the field as fast as you can. Again,
this
just for
point,
those numbers. But
under 3 minutes in the game, you just want to get out of here
Yeah,
at this point.
let's
Warm
take
up the buses.
take the snap. And he
throw
is
one out.
rolling in the end zone. He's going to throw off his back foot. This
Oh,
one's
picked off.
intercepted.
Can he
That
get a pick
one is
six?
brought-
No.
Colby Goldsmith going to intercept that one, and he stopped just 3 yards short of the end zone.
Yeah, De Laurentiis was under heavy duress on that play. He had no choice but to try to force this ball. And when you force this pass down in this end, couldn't get anything on the pass. Nice job picking that off. Oh, so close to being able to get a pick 6. I was calling for the defensive score. I was looking for the safety, but that would have been even better.
Right there, you were almost looking, if you're De Laurentiis, to try and push that one further to the outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Or just throw it in the dirt where
Yeah.
nobody can catch it and avoid an intentional
Try and put it
grounding.
where maybe your receiver dives at it, but it's not going to be that big of a play. But regardless, the Rams are here, knocking on the doorstep once again. Dante Benani one-on-one, no Marchetti one-on-one on the other side, and Pergine going to try and take off. He's not going to quite get there. Continue to run the clock here. We will get 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line.
As you can see at the end of that replay, Pergine's a little disgusted just by his body language there. Felt maybe he could have just broken one more tackle and get himself another touchdown tonight.
He's done enough passing. We get one rushing right there. Clock ticks down to 2 minutes. Rams trying to just finish this pack crossover game up, win the Battle of Royersford as Pergine fakes the handoff. He's rolling, and he's going to fire to the inside corner of the end zone. That's going to fall incomplete.
I think there's a little bit of a miscommunication on that when Pergine comes out of that play. He had his hands out. Looked like he really wanted to hand that off, but De Francesco didn't take it. And not the time for that, here, but, wisely scrambles out and throws out in the way, but unfortunately stops the clock with 1:54 left in this game.
Pergine in the gun, takes a snap, and he's going to hand this off to DeFrancesco, who's going to fall into the end zone for a Springford Rams touchdown. And that's just icing on the cake at this point.
Yeah, at this point, there wasn't enough time on the clock to be taken a knee to run out the clock. There's nothing for you to do. It's not running up the score. It's just the circumstances. You're just going to run the ball. And De Francesco has yet another touchdown on a great night by him on senior night, and big time victory for the Rams, and hopefully their season will continue next week.
Working on getting some updates from Upper Darby. Seems as if the score was holding there quite some time. It was 50-13 the score stands. Giangiulio with the snap as always. Vagnosi to hold and Smith to kick. What a trio right there. They put another one through.
Just automatic. I mean, they kicked that many in a row, and with the NFL moving their extra point back last year.
Yes.
You don't even see pro kickers kicking that many in a row. It's become somewhat of an adventure for some teams. Being able to get that once automatic point is now very shaky.
Oh, we're going to get some. Can we get a ball thrown up to us is the real question.
Hey, I don't think we have a shot.
I don't think we have a shot tonight. There's a lot of air under the last one we just saw as the cheerleaders throw footballs up there after touchdowns.
Yeah, they're going to have to get some ice packs from the trainers tonight with all the throwing they've been doing. And I want to see them get in the gym, so maybe next year we could get some up into the press box.
Yeah. And I think I will not be here for that one, but
Well, that's true.
you may get a football next year. I guess we could call this senior night of sorts for the broadcaster up here. Last time,
Yes.
taking it.
And what are your future plans here on, as a senior? What are you looking to do next year?
Look, do more of this somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe Syracuse, Temple.
Keeping all your options open.
Keeping all
yeah.
my options
That's
open at
good.
this point.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck, and
Thank you very
I'm sure
much.
she'll be on an upcoming broadcast of RCTV, whether it's basketball or wrestling or girls basketball. And oh my goodness, as that
wow.
ball stays inbounds, everything's
Taylor
going
Smith.
Springford's way.
Is going to be brought down right there. Nick Yuba bringing him down, but
How does that not go out of bounds? You know it's your night when that
yeah,
ball does not go out of
absolutely.
bounds.
And on the other side, you know it's not
Yeah.
your night for BJP when that one stays in for
Yes.
you.
How in the world does that stay in? Correct.
Oh, it's not just us doing the work here. We may be the ones talking, but we got a lot of great people helping out with this broadcast. I want to shout them out right now. We got directing, as always, the great Andrew Rothermel. Michaela Brent is doing technical director. And we got Ben Renner, JJ Smiley, Zane Rockhill, Kate Dawson, and Nick Misterzo, all helping out in various places, camera, replay, graphics. And of course, we can't forget Cheryl Merja doing her work down there in the trailer. So
Everybody's doing a quality job, as always, on RCTV. Glad to bring you this action tonight on a beautiful fall night, senior night. And, real good way for the seniors to play their last game here. But hopefully, like we said, not their last game.
the stars do align. However, it appears to be a bit of a cloud, and I'm not seeing many stars out. So not taking that as an omen yet. But as we get to exactly 1 minute, the clock will continue to tick. Hope John Paul II seems content to stay in their huddle. Let this one sort of run out. Lost 4 on that first down play. For the Rams.
At this point for PJP, you want this nightmare to end. This will be 3 straight that they're dropping.
Yes. And big margins. I believe we had 63 to 27 last week, 41 to 14. So they've just not been very close in these games. It's been a difficult stretch for them. Springford, way to bounce back from last week. And what's been an up and down season. What has been an up and down season for the Rams. Now able to really punctuate this one. Finish the season at 6-4. As they are letting this one run on out. We're going to wrap this one up. Team's getting ready for the handshakes, and that's all that's left to do. As the Rams win this one here at Coach McNally Stadium, the Battle of Royersford goes to the Rams. Now 7-0 all-time against the team right down the street. They win this one 51-13 over the Golden Panthers. For RCTV and our football coverage, Mr. Pence and myself, Ray Dunn, we thank you all for watching and hope you tune in. Maybe another football game, you never know. But we'll definitely have more sports coming for you in the coming months. Tune right back in here to RCTV from Coach McNally Stadium. Good night. The Rams win 51-13.